Well, PlayStation released
Oh,
this
hi.
year.
Yeah, we're live now.
Are we are we live?
Yeah,
Oh.
we are.
Oh,
Hi,
shit,
guys.
right.
Hey everyone, we're
How's
talking
it
about
going?
how good the Switch is because
Buy the Switch.
buy
Buy
the
it.
Switch. Yeah,
Buy
because they don't have handheld games anymore. It's all going to be just Switch.
Oh, it's just Switch now, yeah?
Isn't that
no more
basically
Game
a
Boy.
handheld game, though? Technically.
It is a handheld game. It's also a system that you can put on your TV. It is also super fucking fun all the time. So
I saw a fucking thing about Mario Party, right? Where is he? Yeah, the thing we get that fucking thing where you build the fucking board.
yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Thanks for the resubs and the bits. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Hello.
Oh,
Oh,
my
wow.
goodness. Holy moly. New games coming out soon. See, I guess I need to get on the Switch train.
We have one. What game? Do you
I mean,
want?
like,
On it.
you know, in general.
Metamancer,
I love my
for
Switch.
you, there's a puzzle game called, I think it's called Goa Goa or Goa Goa.
Okay.
It's wonderful. It's like this incredible artistic masterpiece of a game. It's just like a little puzzle thing. You fit things into the environment, but you keep plunging.
Oh, like
into the environment.
Tetris.
Oh no.
That was the first video game I ever played in my life, and that's
It's that
so
kind of-
stereotypical Russian, but it's true.
It's wonderful. Just do it, man.
I might
just
have
get
to.
Goa
We'll
Goa
see.
Goa.
Yeah. Anywho, games on the Switch, cool, guys. Send your recommendations into my Discord, I guess. Because we have a Switch now, thanks to a generous
the
gift.
Exciting.
So, guys, welcome back to Call of Cthulhu Reveries. I know it's been a while. We had a lot of stuff happening back to back, which caused us to have to offset a lot of different episodes. But we are in the final 2 episodes of Reveries, as in, like, the series finale. So, yeah, some things are going to be interesting. We'll see where you all end up. And after that, we'll be doing another campaign, not necessarily with the same cast, but there will be another Call of Cthulhu related campaign in the very near future once we wrap this one up.
Because no one can live without Call of Cthulhu.
Pretty much.
Mhm.
Pretty much.
The
So we'll
streamer
see.
and the game.
Well, yeah. Pretty
It's been
much.
my experience. I understand. Everyone, it's okay. I get you.
You're here for them.
Yeah.
I will do whatever I can.
But you can't ever leave, Adam. Never.
Yep. Remothered forever.
So yeah, feel free to jump into the Discord to discuss things. I already have a setting. It'll be a Western, as in like the very late 1800s to early 1900s for like actual proper period accurate frontier time, I guess, and it will probably take place in Texas. That's as much as I'm willing to divulge,
yeah.
which should make for some really
Yeah.
interesting.
I'm going to be playing Jack the Ripper. We're going to answer that question once and for all. 1891, he left England. What happened after
I
that?
went to Texas.
He became a
That's about
gunslinger in
a
Texas.
third of all of the Jack the Ripper theories are along the lines that he fucked off
That's
to America.
It turns out Jack the Ripper was like saving our lives from the occult the whole time.
Yeah, like
Oh.
all those
Ripper,
people, they were
the
actually
supernatural
just a whole bunch
fucking
of
spin-off
supernaturals.
series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's like Sam from
Yeah,
Supernatural.
he had the gun with the killing demons.
Oh my
I've not
goodness.
watched many episodes of that show, but I understand it involves that.
Yeah, there is
Don't
a.
get taken over by Lucifer.
Yeah, they end up fighting the devil or something, which beggars belief in terms of its stupidity.
Supernatural is my jam, man. Don't be.
Does it get?
I gotta watch the new season, or that came out on Netflix.
Because
Oh,
I
it's good.
haven't because the first couple of seasons I watched and I thought this is pretty good.
Which-
It's
what
accurate
show?
as well. Like it was accurate for the myths and stuff. They were pretty
What
dead on
show?
every time.
Supernatural.
Oh, yeah.
And then at one point they were like fighting Lucifer or something. I was like, how does this even happen? How has this
They make it
occurred?
happen. Just watch it.
Because it starts off simple, but they have to keep
How-
on trying to top themselves until
Well,
they
it's-
top themselves so much that they're fighting God.
It's like, okay.
They've saved the world a couple times.
It's like a D&D game where you start at level 1, but then
Yeah.
eventually you've played it so long you're at
You're
level
fighting
50
Tiamat
and
at
people
some
are
point.
yeah.
You're like
that's
one-shotting
exactly
Tiamat.
what Supernatural is.
Oh no, actually, I'm a Kenshai, and I can crit for 600 million points of damage. So this 7-headed dragon or 6 or whatever,
Mhm.
can go fuck itself.
Pretty much.
Ice, I'm 100% immune to ice. cut again. Tiamat's like 95 times larger, and you're just hacking at his shins like Dark Souls.
Oh my god.
I don't know.
This is all that we've become. Right. Anyway, so, goodness gracious. I'm gonna kind of not give us a big recap. We're just gonna, like, start where we ended things, so to speak. But, so let's do a quick roundtable for our cast here. You know, who are you gonna be playing today? And we'll start with Avi.
Hi, I'm LadyAvianna. I'm LadyAvianna everywhere on the internet if you want to find me on the internet. I do a lot of cosplay and a lot of role play, and I mix them together. And sometimes I'm playing vampire for my stream. I'm kind of a part-time caster because I do PR work for a small video game company as my full-time job. For this game, I am playing Josephine. I'm kind of like a mix of Indiana Jones and Lara Croft. So that's what we'll be doing today. I'm very excited to find out where all this is going to go for my character, because it's coming to an interesting kind of peak as to like things that I'm finding out about even my character's like self in the worlds that we're in. So
true.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. How about McLoken?
Hello, I'm McLoken.
That's solid stuff, man. Dynamite.
What that?
Oh, is it this?
Yeah.
That's my fucking air conditioning thing. Hold on.
Oh, I thought something
was
happened
wondering
with
what
my
that
mic.
was.
How's that? Better?
I think so.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
because he
ruined
needs to
my
know.
intro.
Well, you're gonna die of heat, so
Start
you
over.
need to turn it back
It's
on.
the temperature of the sun.
Yeah.
So we'd like to
Britain,
hear
that's
from McLoken
Yeah,
next. What would
sorry.
you like to say?
You burn in the bathe and blood of your enemies.
I mean, that's a given, right?
I'm excited because I get to play this character, and
What's your character's name, McLoken?
That's what I'm trying to log. It
Wow.
was Floyd McKnight, I think. I remember
It's been
correctly.
so long, he doesn't even remember his character.
I don't, and I can't even find the Cthulhu game right now. Hold on.
Oh, I
all
should
get
probably
it?
pull
Oh, there
it
it is. Yeah. Because I'm like Sarge day and day. I played Sarge for
I
what?
know.
Over like almost a year?
Yeah, I know.
And then he got eaten out of existence. So Floyd Knight, not McKnight.
Just
McKnight. Now I want some McNuggets. That's
McLoken?
now everyone wants McNuggets because I said that.
I don't. I've tasted them.
Always, I'm ready for nuggets.
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 Yeah, I'm excited. I want to see where this goes. I want to see how this all like ties up into a bloody, beaten up bow, because we all may end up dying, and 3 of us will lose 2 characters through this game.
The name of the game is how many characters can you play in this campaign?
I've been doing good, and my character's made some pretty stupid decisions when
That's
I.
Yeah, it's true. And a
You
lot of
started-
us made really
You started
smart
with, like,
decisions.
Like
so
really
Yeah.
high sanity, though. I think.
maybe we should have all made
did.
stupid
Most
decisions.
of Nora's decision making has gotten other people almost killed. So
What's this button do?
I'm just gonna run in.
I want to. I want to
you really
shoot
can't.
the god, please. May I
I would
shoot
like
at the
to
god?
shoot. I'm gonna shoot at the guy. Don't do
You're-
that.
you're the
I'm
one
gonna
in
run
D&D
inside with
that's
a
like-
gun. You've never
you're the-
shot a gun.
You're the one in D&D that wants to attack Demogorgon with like a stick.
Oh yeah. I did attack a cat with a stick though, and that
That's
actually
pretty
worked.
good.
That actually
I
worked
killed a
out.
cat with a stick.
that's true.
Yeah.
I ran up to one of the cats that has like almost killed me and other people multiple times. I was like, I'm gonna get it with a stick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. That was really funny actually. You got a crit on that one, didn't you?
I did. I
Yeah.
sliced his fucking throat
Yeah.
open.
That was
But
awesome.
did you put him through the engines of a big steamship? Because if not,
Oh, here we
step
go.
off.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what?
Oh, wow.
And
We
I-
can't. We
One
can't all
character
have a
survived
massive.
the whole time.
Wow.
Now everyone starts stretching their dick out. Remember when I got eaten by a hound of Tindalis?
Remember when my
Two.
face got oh fuck, I forgot my
You didn't
spell.
really get eaten. You got just devoured.
Got
It's
back
kind
to
of a
the
different
devoured
thing.
stuff.
Like they didn't really rip you apart as much as they just made you not exist anymore.
Yeah, that's very true.
Anyway, I think in terms of Krampus death, I'm definitely going to be top of that list because I just died.
Yeah.
Otherworld equivalent of like an
Alien
infection.
bursting from your chest.
I didn't
Right?
even get to die in combat or something. It's such the saddest death.
That's true. That's very true. It was a really gory death, though.
I
so
just
it was
hugged
pretty-
myself.
Yeah, it was
My
pretty
death was pretty
good.
great.
Yeah, you got taken away by Idra, so that was cool.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just hugged myself.
Best of good fortune with Yidra.
I don't know what's
You're
going on.
not an
I just
avatar of
hugged
Idra
myself.
anymore now. What? No.
Enjoy being, having whatever traits you have of any value taken away and the rest discarded.
All right.
I don't have anything else. That's me.
So that was McLoken, starting everybody on a derailed topic of
Okay.
who died
Yeah.
worse than the other. Well, on that note, we'll go to Devin.
Hi, I'm Devin or LadyDevann, and I'm a full-time broadcaster here on Twitch. And my character is Nora, and she's a spicy 15-year-old, and she knows everything.
She knows everything. It's true.
She knows literally everything, and she's the only one that's ever right, and everybody else is always completely stupidly wrong.
Sounds about right. 15-year-olds.
That is my experience up to now.
Yep.
Very good.
I,
Very
I
good.
grew up with 4 sisters that are all older than me, and we're all, when I was 6, in that age range, and I can confirm they were all right, no matter which one was.
Even if, like the Bible, they disagree with each other, they were nonetheless both right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes. All right, and of course Adam.
Call of Cthulhu. I do horror on Twitch. I'm excited to see if I can lose my mind because I'm right on the fucking frayed edge of sanity loss at this point. And if I do, I'll probably go into a religious mania. So that'll be good for everyone.
Oh, I'm excited.
I might punch out McLoken's character before the end of this episode.
Floyd. You don't like Floyd at all. It's great.
Well, he will insult my god.
Yeah, that's true.
Because he's not real.
And I am Metamancer. This is my channel, and I am the keeper for this Reveries campaign, which is all written by me. It's kind of crazy, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the finale, part 1 and 2, will bring us. So let's do a very, very brief recap without going into too much detail. Our group finally met up with somebody from a very familiar group, the Celendas Xmas, something that Nora was a part of back on Earth before they made their way into the Dreamlands. She got some kind of a strange message, though. She received it via a dream that brought the group over to Celloface, where she was basically given a vision of a map that led them to where Floyd was. And through their interactions, they realized that there are multiverses, and the place where Nora is from is gone, while the place that Floyd is from is potentially and most likely still there. And there is people that represent the different universes present in the Dreamlands. With that said, one of the individuals that's there with Floyd, his name is Daryl, and Daryl, at the very end of the episode, after everybody kind of got settled in their areas and, went off to sleep, Josephine overheard some strange whispering, though she couldn't really make out exactly what it was, but the viewers were given a camera view of Daryl's room where he is communicating via candlelight, not unlike what Nora did back in Brighton. And the vision that he is given, along with the communication, is a picture of a gate with a woman stepping through. And that's where we kind of pull back into the next day, after everyone's gone to sleep. You guys wake up, and Anna's already downstairs getting her stuff, whatever she had with her, kind of packed up, ready to go, because you guys are going to be bringing her to the new care facility, essentially, for the gifted, so to speak. So, Floyd, what are you doing? It's your house, so I'll let you jump in with that.
Floyd would be making breakfast for everyone
Oh, wow.
after sleeping like 4 hours.
That's true. You fell asleep in your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a comfy chair, though.
Okay, cool. What kind of breakfast are you making? Just out of curiosity.
Well, whatever
Bacon
similar.
and eggs.
Yeah, bacon and eggs. Hash browns, but like not like straight up because I don't know if they have potatoes or chickens or pigs here. So whatever the equivalent in the Dreamlands of hash brown, bacon, and eggs.
Fried meat, carbohydrate matter,
Mm-hmm.
and some form of what was it? Live born young.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Lord.
that.
That sounds much less tasty when you say it like that.
Yeah, but he's just calling it bacon and eggs and hash browns.
Wonderful.
And not telling people what it actually is. And he's like cooking it up and serving food for everyone. So that's what he's doing this morning.
Okay, great. Who else is around and about?
I think I've probably come downstairs by now.
Nora probably wakes up and smells food and is like, ooh,
Fair enough.
food. Goes
Did
to
you-
join.
Did you manage to contact your guys in the flame you were talking about there? You.
That wasn't me. That was Daryl.
Yeah. Are you not part of the same group? Do you not discuss this stuff at all?
Well, I haven't seen him since last night, so
Oh, well then forgive me for thinking you might be informed. Okay. Is that on the cards for the day though? Because that's kind of the main, like, that's sort of what we're looking for here. And I'm not saying that there's a time pressure.
But you're acting like there's a time pressure.
There's a little time pressure, yeah.
Well, is there a time pressure or is there not?
There is a time pressure, yeah.
Okay, you could just said that in the first place.
Okay, look. Obviously, we're getting off on the wrong foot here, what with you being a twat and all. So, look. I'm going to go and sit over there. Do you have anything, like, okay, do you have, you're not going to have whiskey. Do you have anything alcoholic here?
Why am I, like, and he, like, goes under the cupboard and puts a bottle of whiskey on the thing, and he's like, yes.
You guys had whiskey last time, didn't you?
Did we have whiskey last? Oh, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Do you still have the whiskey? Oh, just give me the fucking whiskey.
I know, it's been
Okay,
a while.
then. So I'm going to go over and sit in the
And then-
corner.
and he just- Yeah,
I mean,
Floyd just goes cooks to himself, and he's, like, smirking.
At this point, I don't know. I don't remember what sanity I'm on, but it's not good. And I think at this point, I'm probably going to start. How low would I have to be to start manifesting any sort of problems?
I think if you get below 10 total.
Okay, so not really yet then.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So I'm
Yeah.
going to be drinking in the corner in a depressed fug.
Wonderful. I think that sounds fantastic. Okay. Not very long later, Daryl kind of makes his way downstairs and kind of motions to you, Floyd, to have a sort of private conversation.
Okay. No one's in the kitchen, so there's like a little folding area in the kitchen, like a little folding. It's not like it's like in the 50s. Very much like it wouldn't be like a door, but like something that you could shut, and it's very flimsy. But if you talk quietly, it kind of dampers the sound a little bit. And the only person awake is Milton drinking sadly in the corner.
Okay.
I doubt I'm paying any attention, so I won't worry.
Being the creator of emo music.
I'm listening to Travis on whatever version of. Do you know who that? Nah, it doesn't matter.
Travis?
I'm listening to Snow Patrol.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go. That one got you. Travis did Why Does It Always Rain on Me? But,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm listening to Chasing Cars on loop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Put
over
on some Morrissey. Morrissey's really. And
yeah, he's a kind of a mopey wank as well. Yeah, either of those.
So yeah, I would like shut the door and be like, and like look, and then see that no one else is really awake, and he's just drinking himself into oblivion. So he shuts the door and he's like, "So what is it?"
Well, we I established contact.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, well, yes. I'm worried about the people that have come here. It means that things did not go well.
Oh, they came here.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, where are they now?
Well, their rendezvous is supposed to be here at Cellophase, so they know where to go. I don't know. If we should
How
tell
far
the
out?
others.
Do you know where they are?
It's not that accurate, but they'll probably be here within a day. Well, depending on the passage that they'd secured, maybe 2 days.
All right. Where are they coming from? Are they at a city or?
No, I think that they went to the steps.
Okay, I need a map real quick.
No. So the steps are in the Enchanted Woods. They're the more traditional path that people take to enter the Dreamlands through Dream States.
Oh, okay. We did not take that way.
No.
Okay. And he's like, all right. Well, quick question where is the Great Library in the city that we're in?
Yes. There's
Okay.
4. There's at least 3 or 4 locations throughout the Dreamlands that allow you to access, because the library actually exists outside of the Dreamlands. It's got it's a magical thing. So
Okay.
get to it through these nondescript building. They're circular stone structures essentially.
All right. I look at Daryl and be like, do you know who survived there?
It looked like there was 3 people. I did not recognize 2 of them though.
Do you have names?
Just the woman. She was our main contact for this operation.
Would I know that name?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they'll be here in 1 to 2 days.
Hopefully sooner, if they can find another way to get here.
Well, I think their plan is to go to the Great Library, and we'll keep them here until their friends show up and they can figure out where to go from there.
Well, these aren't their friends necessarily. I don't think that. We were told yesterday that the woman that's there with only Nora we know that is from that place. We don't know anything about Milton or Josephine, really. They were not part of the mission.
Well, they brought Nora in one piece, so
True.
really all of them are hanging out together.
I suppose that's true. I'm just worried if they're interested in anything that we're doing, or if it's just... I don't know what the motivation is, I guess.
Well, one of them likes drinking, the other one likes being sassy, and the other one, well, she stayed up reading books with me, but beyond that, really didn't do anything out of the ordinary.
Is she also a researcher?
We had a discussion. You probably don't. Well, you might not remember this. It's been so long, but we had a discussion in character about how I went to dig sites, and we made remember we made kind of a connection of I'd help you, you'd help me, because you don't like leaving places, but I do, and then there's sometimes things that I find that I'll need your help on, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. He would look at Daryl and he's like, Josephine is actually a very interesting character. She's actually an archaeologist, and she goes into ruins around here, ones that we don't tend to like to go to.
Well, you don't tend to like to go to anything.
Well, I mean, I like it indoors. Stuff happens out there. In here is safe. We've made it that way.
Yes.
Out there is unpredictable. Predictable, unpredictable.
Okay.
She goes into the unpredictable, finds things that we can decipher and research for her. She pays us for our time, and then she goes and turns in the item for whatever client hired her to get that item.
Wouldn't she suit us better if she was part of the group? Our organization? If she's giving these artifacts potentially dangerous over to random people.
Well, I think that's partly why she would bring us to... If the artifact doesn't mean anything or has no power, she can go sell it to the person. If it does have some power, we can suggest don't sell it to that person because it's dangerous and we'll hang on to it or we'll dispose
Well,
of
we
it.
can't compensate her.
No, but
I don't think she would be doing this out of the goodness of her heart.
I don't think so either. I think she likes the shine of an emerald, but maybe she has a thirst for knowledge. Maybe you can figure out more about that. Maybe you can glean to see if she'd be good for our organization.
Perhaps. Well, we'll see. For now, I'm gonna take this young girl that they brought with them to the school.
Oh, yes. And the school's here?
It's accessible through Teleface, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll take them to the library and lock up here.
Very well.
Let's all have breakfast first, though, because we're leaving and we might not come back from whatever's out there.
That's very negative perspective.
Well, wouldn't you have that? I mean,
it's not that
I
bad in
spent 2
Cellophase.
years
Cellophase
reading-
isn't that dangerous, that.
yeah, you never know what can happen. But we'll make sure it's okay. Is there any books you want from the Great Library?
Well, no. I have to
Okay.
go there anyway.
Okay. Well,
You can't check out books from the Great Library.
is there anything you want me to research for you while I'm at the Great Library?
No.
Well then. Go wake up the others, let them know breakfast is ready.
Sure.
Thank you.
So, Daryl goes upstairs, knocks on Nora's door. Hey, Nora. It's Daryl.
Yes.
You awake?
Yeah, I'm awake. I'm just getting dressed.
Okay. Breakfast is ready.
Okay, I'll be right down.
Over to Josephine's door. Hey, Josephine.
Yep.
Breakfast is ready whenever you're available.
All right.
Good. So anyway, Daryl's gonna kind of go on about his business, getting ready with Anna. And what are you guys doing at the table? You come down. Daryl's working with Anna right now.
Well, as soon as everyone shows up there, I'll be like, all right, here's what's going on today. Daryl is taking Anna to the school, so you will probably not see Anna anymore.
Okay, best thing for her probably.
I
These are your folks who know how to deal with a girl like that, yeah?
yes.
Okay.
So
Not
if
at
you
all.
want, so you guys will have a chance to say your goodbyes and all that to Anna when you get your chance. It'll probably be after breakfast. Us four, are going to go to the Great Library and do whatever research you guys need to do.
Well, I mean, mostly we're just trying to get her home. I mean, right?
Yes, that's why we're researching.
So you don't know of a way to get her home without the research. You don't know a gateway or something like that.
Well, I can pull things out of my ass if you want me to.
Oh, you're so very helpful. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm worried you might be being too helpful.
I mean, you're ship captain, correct?
Yeah.
You don't plot a course without navigating on a map yet.
Oh, so you know where a gateway is. You just need. Oh, I understand then. So it's more like you know where the gateway is, but you need to then, guide the gateway to the right place or what have you.
Somewhat like that. It can be a little bit more complicated, but generally, we just want to make sure all our math is correct and all our knowledge and where we're going is precise, because you have to be precise.
Yeah, it's like plotting with the stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be going to the Great Library, and you guys can look up that library has all books ever.
What, is it from this world, is it?
All worlds.
So all the books from all the worlds.
Yes.
Now, okay. I don't want to say that you're talking shit, but surely, even with my limited understanding of this like multiple worlds thing, all the books that could ever have existed in any and all worlds would take up more space than one building could have.
You fall asleep and go into a different world, and you're
I'm not
questioning
arguing with that.
what they have.
I'm just saying doesn't this sound a little bit like bullshit?
You fall asleep and travel to a different world,
Yeah,
and
we
you
know-
think
we
this
know
sounds
why-
like bullshit?
We know why that is though. Like, I'm just asking for the explanation of why this is.
It has
You
more...
travel asleep and travel to a different world, and you want to know why this place has all the books and not why you get okay.
But I already know why the look you. I already know.
All right. All right.
Two worlds. What I'm asking is how it is possible that a building of normal dimensions contains all the books that have ever been written ever anywhere.
But hear me out. How does a boat of normal dimensions go from one location
The boat doesn't come with me, you dozy
to a
twat.
different?
I've got a boat back there as well. Okay, then let's not get a home. Actually,
Or just casually.
you can start your street as your career as a prostitute and sell a face today if you like.
When
Be
you go
upset that
talking
I
about
called you out on your
prostitutes
bullshit.
Okay. Well, that sounds both explicatory and very understandable. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah, it'd be best if you saw it with your own eyes than me trying to explain it.
I think that sounds right.
That's what I was going to say. It's hard to comprehend. Even when I first came here, I couldn't comprehend the fact, and then when I saw it, and I ended up understanding a lot better.
Okay, and so we're going off to there. Is that the library's in Cellarface though? It's nearby.
Yes.
Okay then, so that's the morning plan.
Cool.
Now, just out of interest, I'm not too good with the books. So I'm assuming most of the research is going to be done by you, yes?
Well, yes, and whoever wants to go in there and look around, and I mean, they have every book. So if there's a book you want to go see,
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, in terms of the research and for the gateway thing.
Quick question, Meta.
Mhm.
Is it okay for people just to walk around Cellarface?
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you do not want to go to the Great Library, and you want to stay in the city walls, there's very much all around you can go see the city of Cellarface.
Is this like Is this like the other place, like carrying guns is a no-no?
Yeah, well, the thing is with Cellarface is, like, nothing can be destroyed or... What's the word I'm looking for? It's like, It's a city without time, so...
So it's a fixed point in time.
Yeah, so, like, things don't deteriorate here. So, like, technically, a gunshot wound wouldn't kill somebody.
Wouldn't actually hurt anyone.
Yeah. So, like, that's why they're so lax about security, is because it's, like, built to not have to deal with any of that. Like, everything is always pristine and perfect. So.
Okay.
You can see the bazaar sector. They have a lot for sale over there. You can go see the gardens. It's a sight to behold. But yeah, just walking around, there's taverns.
Yeah.
So if you want to go drink more, I mean, you guys have the funds to go do that, right?
I mean, we got some money.
Yeah.
So it's whatever you guys want to do, but I will be going to the Great Library and looking at the vast books of knowledge. So if you don't want to go there, we can make a plan to meet somewhere at a certain time.
No, I mean I'm not interested really in the city particularly. Like, you know, you've seen one god and you've seen them all.
Okay.
I mostly just want to get this underway.
Okay.
I mean, I'd go to the library, look at the books.
Okay.
Do you reckon they'll have like charts and stuff? Like, because I'd be really interested in that.
There's a cartographer section.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
There is.
I'm probably
Everything.
sold then.
If it's on paper, it has
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, I'm into it if it exists.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you guys get there, I'll kind of describe it some more. But as a starting point, again, it's a magical place. There's multiple entrances to the same exact location. So when you guys get there, whenever you guys are taking off, just let me know.
Well, we can finish up breakfast, and then you can say goodbye to your little friend, and then we go.
Yep, sounds good.
Great. So Anna's all packed up and ready to go. Daryl gave her like a kind of like a knapsack essentially, since she didn't have anything really to do anything with that. Well, she'll be provided with everything she needs when we get to the school. Of course, she's not a prisoner, and you may visit if you so choose for whatever reason. If you need to go see her, just come by here again, and we'll take you. It's totally up to you, of course.
Do you have a little bag that I may have?
Of course.
There.
And I'm gonna take some of my desk stuff. I'm gonna take a little bit of it out, put it a little bit into the bag, and I'm gonna like bend down and like look at Anna and be like, Anna,
Yes?
this bag, it has magic in it.
Magic?
Mm-hmm.
Like us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And she's gonna hand it to Anna. In it, there is some dust.
Okay.
And if you blow that dust at an area that you think there might be something hidden, you will be able to see it.
Oh, okay.
But there's only a little bit in there, so be very careful.
Okay. Okay, thank
And
you.
I'll come and see you later.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah.
Imagine I
She starts
awkwardly
hugging you around your legs because she's very short.
I'm gonna pat her on the head.
Okay. Thanks.
Imagine I sort of awkwardly pat her on the shoulder, like,
Bye,
Okay, well-
shipman.
you're going to school now, yeah?
I gotta go learn all the things.
Yeah.
Daryl
Oh,
said I
good.
can do lots of fun things at the
You'll be able to do magic and that by the
Yes.
time we see you next, huh?
magic.
It'll be a lot of fun. You'll have other children like yourself, which will be awful fun.
I'll have friends. I
Exactly.
didn't have friends before you guys.
But now you will, and that's all. That's fantastic, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
a great thing. Bye, learn lots.
I'll miss you too, Nora. She starts to hug you around your legs.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll miss.
They aren't the same height?
No.
Yeah.
Not quite. Thank you very much, Mr. Sass over there. I hope you find your home.
Thanks. I hope this is your home. Get there.
Then I'll come visit you.
You really don't have to.
Okay,
Seriously,
you'll
Nora.
come visit me.
Sure.
Okay. Bye, Floyd. I see you soon.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Goodbye,
I'm
little
Nora.
child that I just met.
Nora, just do never have kids, okay?
I don't plan on it.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going now. Bye.
Word of advice before you leave.
What?
Make sure your will is strong.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
You'll figure it out.
Okay.
Floyd, you should also not have kids.
I didn't plan on it.
I don't think
That is good for everybody in this.
I don't think our group really, aside from Josephine over here, is equipped for any of us to have children.
It's just like children. I don't think I'm going to be having any.
I'm gonna
Really take them into the
I'm
jungle
gonna
with you and see how hard that
I'm gonna
was.
glare at that remark.
Okay,
'Cause
so
I had a child once.
So
Did
Daryl
Milton really
takes
have a
Anna,
child?
and they're
Yeah.
out of the house now. And
We
you
don't
may
know his
proceed.
backstory. I didn't even know about that.
And a wife.
Oh. Yeah, we never even asked him.
No,
Yeah,
you guys didn't.
because you're all self-centered cumbags.
About yourself.
That's how it is, yeah? No one gives a
one's
shit
ever
about
asked-
Milton.
No one's ever asked my story
long as
either.
he's got a boat, it's all right, isn't it?
Can you get us places? Okay,
Please
they
take
will
me from
ask
here
you anything
to here.
personal about your.
I am ambivalent to your life story, which I spent hours crafting carefully.
Dear Milton, where do you hail from?
No, it's too late now. Actually, you're really young looking, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He looks like he was 18, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Too late now, you last member of NSYNC, you.
All right. So are you guys going to head to the library?
Yes.
Okay. Floyd, you take everyone down across...
I'm putting on my traveler's cloak.
Oh, dear Lord. Okay.
Any reason for the stupid curtain?
Because we're in the Dreamlands.
Are you going to give yourself a hood?
Yeah.
Where's the hood?
No, I don't have a hood.
It's actually quite
How was a
warm.
traveler's cloak without a hood?
It is
Actually-
a robe then. I'm sorry.
I
It
actually
is the
fell
blanket that
silent.
was sitting next to me that makes me look like royalty.
Is there any reason there for the? Why are you wearing? It's actually quite warm outside. Why are you wearing the?
It's
the
normal.
red velvet curtain there? What's going on with that?
They don't really have plain white shirts, so I'm putting this
So
on.
you're instead dressing up like what? Like a velvet sack?
Yes. I like the way it feels on my skin.
Is this to keep you incognito in case we run into other velvet sacks?
Yes.
Okay then.
If you run into a velvet sack, you turn the other way.
Yes, I will blend in amidst the velvet sacks of the area.
Yes.
That'll be perfect.
Oh, man. Right then. So, you arrive at... Floyd takes you kind of across it's called the Street of Bridges, and I'm sure he's probably telling you all of the historical information that you guys don't give a crap about as you're walking through this information, this area.
It is like one of those Hollywood like Guide to the Stars, but it's like a bunch of like shit you don't know about, and it's like, and over here.
Yeah.
So tell me again, why is this called the Street of Bridges? Is it because of all the bridges on this street?
Well, funny you should ask.
I don't care.
What happened was when it was being constructed,
Oddly enough,
and he just keeps going on.
Yeah.
I mean, is he still talking? I don't know.
They had one bridge, but they realized to connect all the other ones, they needed more bridges. And the bridges had bridges. And it was a fantastical architecture, if you can see here. There's different types of architecture that combine together.
I
And
am not buying a house here. You can stop with this. I don't give a shit.
All right, so eventually you guys make your way across the city to a kind of more vegetated area. There's trees and grass, and it almost looks like kind of like a park, but the trees get denser and denser until you get to kind of a clearing where there is a large circular stone structure. Very nondescript, one door, and that's it. And definitely not impressive looking, to say the very least.
This is your library that includes all the books from all dimensions.
yeah, you walk in first.
This. Oh yeah, okay, but I don't mind going first, but this is shit.
Yeah, and then I open the door and make him go in.
Right.
And I assume it's the traditional companion walking into the TARDIS experience.
Sort of, except for when you walk in, it's almost as if you are placed in the middle of a large circle. And on all the sides, there's 52 hallways that all radiate outward, and they're all lined with books.
I'm gonna walk back out the door.
And you don't see the end of any of the hallways. They just keep going.
And I'm just gonna gently walk around the building and come back to the front door and be like, okay, so fucking magic again then, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Do I have to take a sanity check on this, probably?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anybody that walks in, sanity check.
Well, I'm definitely going to be walking in, so.
Oh no, I forgot to fix this camera.
I actually passed that.
My
I'm a
brain
23.
is solid.
Apparently, I'm good with that.
Nice. You're like, well, I do
Oh, it's
fall
okay,
asleep. I do fall asleep to get here, so yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I've seen infinite buildings before. Apparently, I'm not in any way shocked by this. This is all the time in Ireland. In fact, in Dublin, there's a pub that got it's just like this.
I would have expected nothing less.
Yep, pretty much. So inside the circular room there, that before all of the hallways kind of obviously radiate out, it doesn't make sense that you walk in one hallway and then like back in, out and back in, so to speak, between the Dreamlands. But there is a younger looking man that is going through books, and it seems like he's like sorting things, and then there's an older gentleman that's sitting down, and he appears to be reading through items. Floyd, you know both of these individuals. This library is always kept by the same two people for as long as you can remember. The first one, the older man, is Tukor, and the younger man is Nodar, and Nodar is his assistant. And they're from different areas of the Dreamlands. They're not from Cellophase. But they're the only two people that are ever...
Tukor and what was that?
Tukor and Nodar. So Tukor and Nodar.
Tukor, Nodar.
Hello,
There.
sir.
Do you guys have a cartography section?
Of course.
Can you take that one there?
Nodar,
You like
please.
maps. The more pictures, the better. Words confuse him.
Right.
I mean, I'm going now, but don't think I'm not going to smack you in the mouth for that one later.
Mm-hmm.
Right this way, sir.
And I'll go off with whatever is Nodar. To presumably look at a bunch of maps.
Yes. Lots
I'm
of
into it.
maps. Okay. So, Tukor looks back over to you, Floyd. So, what are we looking for today?
What were we coming here for? Because I kind of don't remember.
Isn't it like you have to? So isn't it more like you have to geographically map through void space a like temporal lock to locate the exact like metaphysical position of the universe you're trying to find? So it's like you have the gateway, but you need to be able to direct the gateway.
Sort of. It depends if you're summoning a gateway from scratch or if you're going to an existing one. Then it would actually bring you to the location that is adjacent on Earth.
Yeah. So, I mean, so yeah, I would have the gateway, like looking up those and looking up different gateway spells and how to accurately find my Earth signature, energy signature.
Yeah.
But there was another one. I was also going to look up notes on the person they were describing that was here, as well, to see, because my library didn't have that information.
Right.
And I wasn't going to go through the other book I have because that's just a nightmare to open.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would also look up that information as well.
Okay.
When I'm here.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to be looking for Arabic books, basically, since they will be probably the most accurate. They have lots of books here. They're not all necessarily accurate to what you're looking for. So the knowledge is definitely not guaranteed, but
I imagine there's like a section like how I imagine that the aisles go down, the books go endlessly until like you have like a list of books, and then like all of a sudden there's like a break in the books, and there's like a table that like I can like bring books to, and then like go and like and no matter where I go, that table kind of just shows up where it's like it's related to me. And
yes,
then
sort of. So it's more like you tell Tukor or Nodar what you're looking for, and you take it's almost like taking just a few steps down the hallway, and it's all of a sudden like you're there where you need to be.
Yeah. And there's like a table there, and like I'm just like putting books in like on the table, and then like when I have all the books, I like pull out a notebook and then like so I can jot down notes from different ones and make them one single thing. And and then digging through those.
Yeah. Nora and Josephine, are you following up with Floyd, or are you guys kind of going around on your own?
I was following him, especially following him, but I'm gonna talk to the people too that he's with.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm kind of like doing my own thing. Trying to look at like books with different kinds of spells in them.
Okay, so you are thinking about spells specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
By the way, I had the intention to actually look up charts that might have a sea-bound or gateway that I could find written on the charts.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to be looking for. I don't know if I'll find fuck all, but I'll understand charts more than books.
Right. Yeah.
That's my theory.
Makes sense. Okay.
If we're
Sounds
talking about what we're thinking about,
What are you thinking about?
I'm definitely thinking about the crystallizer of dreams, and I'm waiting to like ask them how I can look that kind of stuff up. But for now, I'm hanging out with him.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna be trying to help him.
Makes sense.
Floyd.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Cool. So
But just in case this works the way I think it does, I thought I'd let you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Cool. So what else do you want to ask or interact with these people or anything like that?
Floyd has what he wants, so.
Okay.
So how long have you been
help.
your system then in this place?
My whole life, I think. Just about.
But you were born here then?
Time is kind of different here.
Okay. Okay. So, listen. I know they're looking up the gateways and what have you. Can you tell me a little bit about this library? Because I'm beginning to... I obviously, this is some sort of, magical library or whatever you want to call it. But how is it that we've only been walking for about 3 paces, but I cannot, in fact, see or hear any of them now?
That's kind of the way of the library. It's so me and Tukor are attuned, so to speak, to this place, and those with more magical tendencies as well have better use of the library, so to speak.
So if I were to tell you what I were looking for, would you just would we sort of magic our way there?
Yeah, sort of. This library is almost like it's constantly moving.
Okay, I want sea-bound charts that have gateways that bring them back to any Earth. Any Earth will do. Any form of Earth in the multiverse.
Okay. One moment. There's no references to sea-specific gates.
No gateway on the sea. Is there any gateways that are accessible by sea? Like,
Oh yeah, there's plenty of those.
that's where we'll start, yeah?
Yep. Sounds good. We'll go there. Alright, so you guys kind of take a few more steps, and then there's a bunch of cartography maps, some scrolled together, some that are kind of like been placed on like boards or something that have been sorted sideways. Well, here they are. There's like at least 3-4 dozen different maps here for that.
Okay. I imagine I'll start going through these and seeing about, based on the maps I already have, the landmarks I've already seen, and trying to get an idea of the nearest easily accessible gateway.
Okay, yeah. You can make a navigate on this one. Since you're looking through the map specifically, you're not reading them. You're gonna use your navigate skill.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Yeah, it'll take you a bit to kind of reference everything, especially some of these maps are really, really old. So it's kind of hard to make out exactly. Plus, geographically, some of them aren't represented correctly. But you'll find some.
Excited about that.
Huh?
I'm sure I'll be super excited about the whole thing, but hiding it under my gruff Irish demeanor.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, so we'll pause there for a sec and go over to Nora. You've kind of walked around, and it seems like you keep getting different, not genres, but different pieces of like book information that you're looking for, and you get a sense that maybe your mind and your heart are asking for different things.
Like, what are the different things that I'm getting?
Some of it is related to like Brighton and like previous locations in London and things like that. And then other parts are much more arcane related, spells and history of magic kind of thing.
I guess I'm gonna be looking at more of the Brighton books.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything in particular that you are interested in gleaning information on?
Any like news clippings or anything related to like what happened before we left?
Oh, very good. Yes. I'm not gonna make you roll for that because that's definitely something if you're intrigued on, it'll be available to you. But if you want to give me a library use roll, just to see how much you really like learn from it, so to speak, rather than just like okay, that's not too bad of a roll. You get information over the last 2 years. You find something as early as like when you guys left about, or like back then, and to like 2 years into the future, so to speak. So basically, from what you get on that front is there was some strange creatures. At first they're referred to as creatures in the news clippings, and then as time progresses, the press reports get stranger and more abstract and not almost like unknowledgeable. Like they don't, unintelligible is the word I was looking for, but they just stop making sense. These people are become very obviously crazed and have gone insane or are about to be insane. There's a lot of panic in the news clippings towards the end as well, before some of the newspapers actually say they will no longer be reporting. Like, this is the last report kind of thing.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So you get that pretty much from that information on like Brighton specifically around the time period that you were looking at.
So Brighton is lost forever.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Swing up to Josephine and Floyd.
Hey. Do you want me to make a library use roll?
I see that these are Arabic.
Yes.
I would like to assist you if I may. And I know a little Arabic myself.
I know, you read some of it last night.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Here, take these books. Go through those. And if anything that talks about pinpointing energies or gateways specifically, narrow those down and copy those down. They're going to be through several different books because it's kind of a pain to try to find this information because all of it's not located in one area because they want to make it difficult because they don't want people doing this all the time.
Yes, no. I can't be... People coming and going is not necessarily something that happens on an everyday basis. I can see them wanting everyone to know how to do it.
Yes. It could be tricky. I'm also going to be looking up the person that you guys were describing, seeing if I can glean any information in here about that being or person.
Yes, I do not. I will not be able to help you very much with that. I have never seen this person.
Yeah. I'm gonna focus on that information, and then as soon as I find anything out, I'll bring it back to help you with that research. So trying to do two things at once, but
All right.
hopefully it's not as bad as I think it is.
So that would be a split roll, because I was trying to assist him, but since he's going to be trying to do research something else, I feel like that would be.
He's splitting, so he like, let's say it's like a 60-40 currently.
Okay.
So he would like do his research on trying to find the being that you guys are talking about, but also doing the research, and like you would like be pointing out like, what about this information? He'd be like, no, and then like be like, focus on this, and like teaching you how to do it at the same time.
Before you do that, we got a donation from Inwhat. Everybody gets to make a fate table roll, which is a 1d40.
Thanks,
Hooray!
Paul.
Thanks. I hope I don't die.
These fate table rolls.
Thank you so
1D
much for the donation.
1d50.
1d40.
1d40.
Yeah.
That being said, if this fucks me, then to hell with you.
It's not gonna make them die. Don't worry. Okay, we got a
Wait, let's
34.
roll.
I still have like 3 fate table things sitting on my, because we haven't gotten into a combat in a while.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so a 34. You lose 2 sanity. We'll work that out into something that you read. You read about something, and that causes it to happen. So we'll work on that.
Lucky I have plenty of sanity.
That's true. Josephine, 2. All players. This is an all-player effect. All players roll 1d10 and increase any chosen skill by that amount.
Ooh, what?
Too bad. A 22.
Library.
You lose 3 sanity. We'll work on that narrative in just a moment as well. And we had Milton with a 31. You can take half damage on the first successful attack by an enemy.
I think I've got 2 of those now.
So I will let you apply that to sanity as well. So if there is a combat situation where you have to lose sanity, you can take half the damage that you would normally take. So you can have 2 of those then. And
I can
then...
potentially stop myself from going mad before the
Yeah.
end of the next week.
Nice. Okay, cool. So then we have a 3 points for Floyd that he can add to any skill. Nora gets 9, and Milton gets 2. Josephine, wow, 10. Nice.
I added
So
it
you
to
guys can
library
add
use
those to your
because I
skills
felt
right
like it's
now.
the most important since it's happening right now.
I put the library use, yeah.
I just came to the Great Library and suddenly it was just like, this is
Boom.
how you use a library.
Knowledge is
I
power.
don't navigate.
Literally.
Makes sense. Like, I'll put-
Evelyn showed up and whispered in your ear, like, this is how you check out a book.
This is how you look into a book.
we never took that book back either.
Oh,
No,
yeah. No.
now you do. Indra has all that information on you now.
She does.
Yidra now has anxiety about checking out that book.
That'll teach the bitch to be some sort of
Oh,
emoji.
God.
She
some sort of
took-
That'll
something.
teach her for taking
but now she,
I
now
have
she
a
can't lie.
And there's nowhere to turn it back into.
Honestly, Yidra's whole skill is a big fucking bind for her every time she meets somebody with a serious anxiety disorder.
Yeah, it's funny.
And now I have OCD.
That was
Fantastic.
great. All right, so for the sanity loss for Nora, you get what's the next thing that you look up once you've found that information out on Brighton? Or maybe it's even as far as like you start gleaning information that other areas of the world are starting to be affected by the events that happened in Brighton.
That would probably be it.
Okay. Yes.
Like, oh, other shit's happening.
Yeah, so after you kind of are about to be done, you get a glimpse of another news article that's actually from the New York Times. And I'm hoping the New York Times has already been established in the 1930s.
It is now.
It sure is. That's
Yep.
my understanding of the New York Times.
It's a, yes.
I think the New York Times has been around for a really long time.
Look at
Probably.
it up.
I
I'm
imagine,
looking it up.
like,
I'm looking it up.
you know, that New York Times sounds like the kind of thing that's probably been there since like the
I'm pretty
70s.
sure they've
Probably
been here
since,
since
like, the beginning of
Yeah.
time.
1851.
That's what I thought. I was like, they're
Yeah.
definitely before the First War, so I think we're good. Okay, so yeah, you get a glimpse of like New York Times. You're like, New York? That's not what. And then you start reading through it, and it's more of the same type of. Starts off in some general information of like, strange things are happening overseas, and then all of a sudden it kind of drops into insanity in a matter of days, really, before they stop publishing as well. So that's kind of where you get that little bit of sanity loss on that front.
Makes sense.
Floyd, is it possible to get a critical failure on McLoken on his next roll? Yes, it is possible.
Sucks to be you.
Yes. Basically, it's a critical failure. I would dictate when the critical failure would happen, but I'm fine with the next roll being a critical
I was
failure.
like, that's so much worse.
Oh,
than the
I
next
mean,
roll.
it was going to be library use, so it just means we're at the library longer.
Yes.
I mean, it's so much worse if you dictate it because
Yeah.
I'm going to now operate heavy machinery. Why?
Paul,
Because I feel like it.
Paul, you remember when I said I love you? Fuck you, I think.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hold on to the critical failure at an opportune moment. Yay! For an opportune moment is really what it comes down to.
I cut my
pure
finger on the
comedy.
paper and tried to bandage my finger using medicine.
Yeah.
Now
Failed.
you have
Oh
sepsis.
no, my finger doesn't stop bleeding.
You now have
Finger was
syphilis.
cut off.
Whoops.
Head.
It has to be amputated. There was gangrene.
Gangrene.
Minus
Yeah.
one finger.
Okay, fantastic. So, your sanity loss comes from a moment. Oh gosh, you don't need anything. Just enjoy the show. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I'm like dying of heat in here. Apparently, I'm feeling whatever Adam is having right now.
Is your door
Yeah,
open?
Luckily, it's past
Yeah,
like
my door's
midnight.
open.
The temperature has dropped to reasonably okay.
I think it's almost like 76, 78 degrees Fahrenheit in here right now.
Yeah, well, I think it's lower than that for me now, like 20 degrees, was like 60.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, so, your sanity loss, let's figure this one out. You're probably getting through, so which books are you focusing on right now? The
I'm
Yidra
splitting.
thing,
I'm
or?
splitting myself. I'm more focusing, trying to find information on the being that they were talking about.
Okay.
With the information I found from my books already, and kind of collaborating that into my search. And then also when Josephine like brings up a question, she's like, what about this information? I would tell her, no, that's good information, write that down, or bad information.
Okay.
So
Yeah, go ahead and do a library use for the both of you guys.
Do you want it to be the which die?
Oh, just a straight roll.
Whoa!
Wow.
I want to mark that one down.
This
Critical.
is the creature right here. I found it. Her name is Yidra. She's a right cunt. Look, this picture right here. Have you seen this
it literally
before?
says right
She's
cunt
a-
under there.
She's a-
I mean, I'm gonna have to
Right,
give you
use
her
her
name with a
name and
critical
address.
success. Like, I have to give you her name with that. Yeah,
Well,
so,
I mean, she's
Found
looking
her
up.
address, her likes, her dislikes, and her fears.
yeah.
My name is Yidra,
Says
and I
here
really
that she
enjoy
likes
long
long
walks on the beach.
beach.
The game-
Oh my
God,
god.
God, MySpace.
And
fucking
eating the souls of children.
Oh,
I also love destroying Brighton. If you want to contact me, here's my email.
Swipe left.
just swipe left, yeah.
Oh my god, Adam.
God damn it. What have we done to ourselves?
Same.
Okay, so basically, Josephine, the more Floyd is like yes or no to certain information, you're able to kind of like pattern out specific things and details as you're going through, very similar to how you do essentially treasure hunts, you know, eliminating the things that don't match to what you are making progress on. And eventually you come up across this, the word devourer kind of comes up, and it seems like very similar to what they were saying happened with Evelyn. And you look at it and there's a word, Yidra. And Floyd, you don't know the name specifically when you look at it, but it sends like this kind of, it's almost like a subconscious sixth sense almost of like,
Hydra.
this is one of those things, the things that I'm not supposed to deal with. And if we have to, then we're all probably dead. That's where your sanity loss comes from initially.
Okay.
But as you guys continue to read through, there's very, very scarce information about Yidra. They do talk about what you had previously hypothesized, Floyd, which is that she has many avatars, very much like he who shall not be named, and you kind of get a sense for it's strange that she's here, and it's more strange that he hasn't intervened.
Yeah.
Is he who shall not be named the actual he who shall not be named, or is it another he who shall not be named?
What?
Like, are we talking about Hastor with that, or is it like...
Voldemort.
Not Hastor.
No, not Hastor. No.
That's,
Talking
that's
about
what
Voldemort, of course.
Voldemort,
Of course
obviously.
Voldemort. Obviously Voldemort.
Obviously.
That noseless wang is involved somewhere.
Why, hello, Nora. Looking for you.
Yeah, we're talking about Uncle Nye, of course. Of
All right.
course.
Good old Nye.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be like, oh no. Does it have a description of what she looks like?
Yeah, the description is very similar to what they described before. At least one of her avatars, more commonly seen, is a very beautiful woman who has like dark raven hair and very pale skin.
Do they talk about the exoskeleton bug bird?
They talk about her servants, yes, and they match a similar description.
That's bad. Well. Well,
Does it say anything about the crystallizer of dreams in there?
Do you want to do a search for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would look at her and be like, well, with you studying one thing, you found that whatever they or you, I don't know if you've actually had experience with what they're talking about, but...
No, not at all.
Oh, does the name Yidra mean anything to you?
No.
Well, that's good. And also bad at the same time, because she apparently destroyed Nora's world. And that's bad. Because I think that's uncharacteristic of her. I don't know much about her. But she's here, and that's very uncharacteristic of her. So if she's here, something is wrong.
Is she here looking for Nora? Because Nora left the world she destroyed.
What do I know about? Do I know Yidra is an outer god? Or an outer being?
Yes. Like I said, she's on the same frequency as the other one, and so...
Yeah, so he would draw like a shitty, like, quick chart in his notebook and be like, all right, so there's elder ones and all this, blah, blah. And he would get out and he's like, Yidra is out here. Yidra is very powerful. She's not, there's things above her, but...
Not very fucking many.
Yeah, and we could be very fucked, especially if you encounter her. I'm surprised any of them are alive right now.
Well, there's lots. You said yourself they had many companions.
Yeah, I am surprised they're alive right now. She destroyed a planet.
So with the crit one, when you're reading through this, Josephine, you're also pointing, like, you guys can kind of glancing through everything. Trying to give you guys information without giving away everything. So she is not. So the whole thing, there's like a poem in there. I have to pull it up again, but there's essentially a poem in there. It's actually in the intro of our show, and
yes.
It talks about how she rewards the people who are devoted to her with essentially eternal life. But the way that she does that is by essentially taking them into herself and becoming one of her, an avatar for herself. And that's how she has indefinitely extended her life throughout the eons. So that's the very TLDR short description. But in opposing view, that's why it's strange for her to have destroyed an Earth. It appears that maybe if you guys had more pieces, perhaps, from what actually transpired in Brighton, you might have a better idea of, did something go wrong? because
It's actually potato skin.
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he would be like charting all this out, and he'd be like, Nodar, can you have Nora end up here?
Right away, sir.
Yes.
Oh, look at that! We just hit another fate roll.
Oh, God damn it.
Golly
I
gosh,
said
I
5
hope it's
resubs.
Very
Sunday.
excited for this fate roll. I've had some good luck.
5 subs and resubs, so we do another fate roll too. 1d40.
I regret resubbing.
I
Oh,
don't.
no, that's not a good thing.
I don't.
Thank you
I'm
very
glad I
much.
resubbed on Friday.
Yeah, I'm gonna start resubbing to when you're streaming role playing that isn't this.
I
I'm
did
gonna
not mean
wait and
this. It's
save
okay.
all of my resubs until you are playing a different, like,
Yeah. Save that shit up and then just blam the cunts out. Like, yeah,
Right.
fuck you other players who aren't me.
you get a gifted sub.
You
You
guys
get a
got,
gifted
dude,
sub.
this is good. This is good. McLoken just rolled a 39, which means all players increase 2 skills by 1d10.
Ooh,
Oh.
It's not that bad.
get in it.
24 was a... Okay, this is gonna be fun for, Oh wait, I just lost all the rolls. Wait, where did they go? Back here. Here we go. Who rolled the 24?
I did.
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Josephine, you, for some strange reason, will be trying to seduce the closest NPC or player character.
Jesus Christ again.
It's the beard, man. I mean, he doesn't actually have a beard in this. It's the blonde hair. It's the Justin Timberlake of it all. Josephine. is kind of-
let me build up to that. I
Yes,
have to use
please.
the restroom
I
really
mean,
quickly.
Yeah, we're gonna
I
take a
don't
break
wanna-
in
Everybody
a minute.
else's roles.
I don't want to like shame anyone, but Josephine's a bit slutty.
Oh no.
It's like any males that you meet.
Well,
Okay.
Nora-
Everybody who rolled
also on
the
her way
30.
here.
What?
Nora is also on her way here, so this
Yes.
could be very weird.
Oh, this
Yeah.
could
This
get
could
really,
get
really upsetting.
super weird.
No, I'm going to put the kibosh on the idea that under 18 I don't flirt with, okay? Because that's a little weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
She's a 15-year-old girl.
The people with the 33s, which is Nora and Milton, you're immune to 1d6 points of damage. So basically, it's like extra HP that you get, so you
Honestly,
can go over your
this-
max right now if you're maxed out.
If we get into combat, we just send Milton in there.
Yeah, pretty
Just
much.
walk in, be like,
Go in,
fuck
take
you
it.
guys. I can ignore like 30 points of damage at this point.
Holy
Yeah.
mother of Christ.
Yeah,
Take
so you
all
guys
of it.
got your skill increases as well, right?
Yeah,
I got
just-
10 and a
just got
6.
To navigate and firearms.
All right.
I
Cool.
put 5
Suddenly
in
I can research almost as well as Evelyn can.
I put 5 in the charm and then 10 into occult, so I have an occult of 55 now.
Hey, Gorg. Yeah, we just had a fate table roll, so we're resolving those rolls before we take a quick little break.
Can I put my 6 into Dreamlands lore? Because I'm
Yeah.
kind of learning a little bit about. Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, ablative meat shield at this point that I've become.
Apparently, Merchant
I've already
Sailor
got a
Tank.
fucking constitution of 1,000,000 anyway.
Yeah, you do.
At this point, I'm literally gonna have to have the big mama cat come and sit on my face and just attack me for like 3 rounds before I'm even. Yeah, whatever. It's just tickling right now, bitch. Keep going. Oh, actually, that one stung a bit. Get off now.
Okay. Exactly. All right. Cool.
Can we take a break?
Yeah, we're gonna take a break right now. Now
Sorry,
that
I'm
we've
very
resolved
sorry.
our roles, we'll be back. We'll be taking a 5-minute break here, guys. So go get some water, stretch, whatever you do.
I mean,
it's
it's
probably
quite,
not going
Don't
to.
need to bone.
just saying, it's quite the shit seduction in that situation.
Hey guys.
Have you so little confidence in your made-up character?
All
I
right.
don't have confidence in my married character.
You
It's
are.
just that I don't know what. I don't know. I'm gonna say that she read a book and it's put a spell on her because I have no idea why she'd want to seduce anybody in this library right now.
That's true.
I mean, just really hungry.
How many times I gotta tell you, my character's not a prostitute, Adam's character.
I'm just saying. I said it at the start. I took it back, but everything you've done since then Feels like you're
I had sex with a guy who was really nice to me, and a little child that also had to deal with the same shit that I did growing up.
you had sex with a little child.
Oh no.
No.
Here we go. Here we go. Adam begins to twist all the words.
The Nora thing's getting more and more likely.
No, not happening. Gross. Gross, 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 gross. Like, I draw the line. I draw the line at children.
While that's happening, if you guys want me to read the poem about Yidra, I can. I'll leave it up to you guys in chat. If not, I will move on with our lives. It's fine too. So what was the last thing that we were doing other than resolving the fate? I know the seduction thing, but
Nora's getting more and more upset about the world. McLoken's panicking about Yidra while trying to like waft Josephine away with a stick or something.
Yeah. So I'm gonna read it. We'll pretend that Floyd's reading it probably as he's getting this, or maybe
I want you to do your best Floyd impersonation.
I can't. My voice is not nearly deep enough for that. This is more like you're reading it in your mind in the voice of a woman. Okay. Fantastic. Great. Glad we're all on the same page now. Okay.
That makes so much sense to me. Thank you.
All right. Yidra, the lonely one, craving the life of all things. Lonely one, needing the life of the earth. Yidra, the goddess, ruling her avatar races. Goddess of Vulturine Yath of the sky. Goddess of Zothra, who sleeps in the earth and wakes to devour. Goddess of men in strange places who worship her. Yidra, the Hierophant, teaching her followers mysteries. Hierophant teaching strange tongues of the elder world. Yidra the Bountiful, making the hills and the meadows green. Bountiful, showing the way of the desert springs. Bountiful, guarding the flocks in the harvest. Yidra the Lover, needing the seed of her followers. Lover, who must have the seed of all things. Lover, who must have the seed of change or die. Lover, whose consorts are changed, infused with the seed of the past, and changed to forms not of past nor of present. Yidra the Mother, bringer forth spawn of the past. Mother of all the things that were. Mother of children of past and of present. Mother, whose children remember all things of their fathers long dead. Yidra the Life-Giver, bringing long life to her followers. Life-Giver, giving the centuries endless to her children and lovers and worshippers. Yidra the Restless One, needing the sons of new fathers. Restless One, sending her followers forth to seek new blood for her endless change. Restless One, craving new lovers outside the blood of her worshippers, lest she and her spawn and her followers shrivel and wither in living death. Yidra the Dream Witch, clouding the minds of her followers. Dream Witch, hiding her shape in illusion. Dream Witch, cloaking her shape in strange beauty. Yidra the Shrouder, wreathing the faithless in shadow. Shrouder, devouring the errant and hostile ones. Shrouder, who hides men forever. That is the poem. It's not really a poem, more like a nightmare, but it's fine.
Solid. I enjoyed it.
So that gives you a little bit of a glimpse into this god, so to speak, whatever you want to call her. And that's kind of, Floyd, that's what you get, is it matches up with some things. You're not sure if some of the poem is symbolic in nature or if it's, literal. But that is kind of what you get from all of that. So.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I would wait for Nora to get there and kind of get like all the Yidra stuff together. And that poem's there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to see if I can bring up the Yidra poem online.
You might be able to. It might be hard to find though. I literally had to scour the internet for this copy of this book. This is the one that I was talking about a while back. The one that was published in 1976. This is the 1976 copy. They don't have them almost anywhere. It's a first print too. How about that? How about that? First printing October 1976. Oh yeah.
What book is it?
This is the Disciples of Cthulhu. It's not actually written by Lovecraft. Just be very clear about that.
Yidra. How do you spell Yidra?
Yidrha. Sorry. I don't know.
Google, don't fail me.
If it wasn't such a pain in the ass to type it all, because it's actually a pretty long poem.
Google's about to upset you because Google will bring up 1,000,001 fan-written poems about Yidra.
Probably.
No, but there's also a bunch of other shit about Yidra. Apparently, Yidra's in fucking The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right then. While you guys are doing that, Nora, is there anything else that you're looking at before he comes to get you?
No, just kind of like sitting in and taking in the fact that the world is gone that I came from.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Milton, you've kind of gotten a look at the cartography that's there, and the Dreamlands is definitely much more expansive since now you've actually been able to look through a lot of the maps that are associated with it. There are some areas that are not as well mapped as others, and you know when you ask what's his name about it, Nodar, you know, he's kind of very much those areas are kind of no man's land, so to speak, where people just don't survive, so there's nobody to come back with the information about it. That's actually not far from where you guys are when you're actually looking at everything. I know you're looking at sea-specific areas, but you can get to Celloface by sea, so this kind of falls within that category.
You know.
And you see in the kind of eastern side of Celloface, where there's like just vast wasteland from what it looks like. Those are the areas that people just, there's very little information, not much that you can glean from it. There may be a gate there, you're not sure.
So that's the most likely gate that I have, is the wasteland area that we don't really know about very much.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. In that case, I'll ask to be brought back to these reliable cohorts. Not least of which because I just want to witness the whole Josephine seducing
Yes, very good.
Floyd situation, and I
Yeah.
don't want to miss that. I'm going to make popcorn on the way.
Oh, good. I want popcorn.
Here, have some.
I want popcorn.
I
Give me
I
some.
can manifest popcorn in my hands if I want it enough, right?
If you wanted enough, you probably could. Yeah, I want popcorn. Psh, dang. All right, Floyd.
I can't play D&D without having a snack. I can't do it.
Yeah, I need to. I want to snack more, but I can't. Being a GM, I don't have time to mute myself.
I used to smoke all the time when I played, and like especially in high school.
I wouldn't know what that's all about.
You're funny.
I'm hilarious. Okay.
You're so funny.
I'm here.
Where are we at now?
I mean, what am I doing?
That's what I'm asking. It's
I
your
was
show
getting
now.
Hydra information, waiting for Nora to show up.
Yeah, so Nora's there. Milton follows within a mere few seconds later.
Yeah, I would look at Nora and be like, I have a question for you.
All right.
Is there a picture of Hydra in there or no?
No, there's
Just
no picture.
words.
Yeah.
Can you read this? And does this sound like the woman that you saw?
She takes a second to like read it.
I'm gonna get up and move in closer.
When I saw that woman, she was just standing in front of a portal, and then she like hugged our friend, and then the friend died. So I don't. Those are my experiences with her. I don't know.
So that's Yidra. Yidra is an outer god. That's bad.
An outer god?
Yes. And then I showed the god chart that I drew for Josephine and be like, so there's different types of creatures that live in our realm beyond Earth's gaze, beyond our realm's gaze. Some of them from alternate dimensions and very confusing stuff. But yes, Yidra generally, as far as I can tell, doesn't really destroy worlds or comes to the dreamlands, but everything you describe says that's her. So if that's her, something's bad is going on.
Anything in your books there about why she might be chasing? Because honestly, it's gotta be Nora that she's chasing at this point. Like she killed her friend. The scientist.
Just been chased. I think she was after the little one, not
You reckon
me.
she could have been the little girl. I
They were
suppose so.
trying to
But
like sacrifice that little girl for her.
I mean, the thing of it is like, from what I understand, wasn't she the one who sent you originally to the Dreamlands, huh?
Well,
So
she was standing in front of the portal, and then our friends just kind of like touched the portal to see what it was, and she disappeared, and then we all panicked and ran after her.
what happened exactly in your world?
Well, back in Brighton, there were these murders that were happening, and they would take pregnant women and they would chop off their limbs, carve runes into them, and we thought that they were planning something terrible, so we were trying to figure out where they were and how to stop it. And we went to a church because I had a vision that there was going to be a mass murder. So we gathered a bunch of people together to go send them in to go fight, and they ended up dying. So we ended up kind of fulfilling our own mass murder prophecy. And then a
so-
giant thing got summoned, a monster, and it started killing everyone, and we ran.
Wait, stop. You're telling me a summary. I need details. I need even the most minute thing. Could mean something. Like, was there any weird weather occurrences? Was there, other than the people being murdered, was there anything funny about the bodies?
Aside from the fact that they were chopped up with runes carved all over them and babies cut out.
Yes, that's important. What can you draw some of the runes down?
I might be able to recall some of them.
Yes.
Our book. Do we have Evelyn's book, by the way,
No.
where she wrote everything down? No.
No. Yidra has it.
My friend Evelyn had all of it written down, and when she died, Yidra took them.
Great.
Didn't you say that there was all like typhoons and what happened?
Oh yeah, that's right. There was lots of like weather happening with like water tunnels in the water up to the
tunnels.
sky.
You mean water spouts?
No, not spouts. It was like a tornado of water.
Yeah, water spouts.
I think I covered it pretty accurately with typhoon, actually.
Typhoon. There was a typhoon. There was like 3 of them, and it was raining a lot. And we also had our friend Sarge, who had been displaced from a Korean war, and there's these hounds of Tindalos that were hunting him, and they finally ate him.
Bless you.
And we don't know where he came from. He just kind of like showed up in an air duct and was like, "Hello, I'm Sarge."
Was there any other occurrences of people like him misplaced from time?
Just him that we know of, I think.
Didn't you, Evelyn said that you guys were looking into some other guy as well, like there was some other guy. I wasn't paying a lot of attention. I was in fact trying to steer the damn boat, but she was saying there was something. You guys were looking into some other dude who was being chased by the hounds. You said.
Yeah, we don't think he survived. He was trying to come up with a way to like get away from them or to stop them, and there was like a big silo farm that we went to and didn't really find much information there. And then we
I
saw
find it
somebody die.
interesting that it says something, and I like kind of move and like push against Floyd a little bit, and I point
You
into
can
the
say,
book.
"Excuse me, I can get out of the way."
No, I'm saying that it says something about her devouring here, and you described the hounds as devouring.
No,
They
That-
just
no.
kind of made him stop existing.
the hounds and Yidra have nothing to do with. The hounds have nothing to do with anyone.
Well, it's just interesting to me that if Sarge was to, come and be a part of all this, that he's involved in a person that also devours.
Tukor, can you bring me? I'm gonna regret this. Books on rituals.
Which kind, sir?
The bad ones.
Any particular
They were
segment?
trying to do something about sacrificing a baby to summon something.
The sacrifices are very common.
Sacrificing babies, does that narrow it down?
No, not really.
No.
Wasn't there something about the Sarge? He kept on mentioning like toboggan or something.
Toboggan. What?
I don't know what he was
remember.
talking about. He said they would keep on saying something about toboggans, which is a sled, right? But
I honestly
What the fuck was
tune
toboggan?
out half
I don't
of
even
what
remember what
Sarge
Sarge.
said because it was
I
just
don't even
Toboggan
remember what
was-
Sarge was mispronouncing. I don't even
Toboggan.
remember.
Fatagan.
Fatagan. Toboggan.
I would
Yeah, it was
honestly
like-
zone out when Sarge was talking because he would go on these rants for like 20 minutes about words. that
Was
weren't
it was it Fatagan?
I mean, all he said was it was like, he said like Aya toboggan or something like that.
No.
I honestly, again, like he wasn't the sanest of characters.
Tukor, does that narrow it down?
No, sir. Can you make an occult roll for me as Floyd, please?
Yeah, I can. I got a 55. Can I have any pluses to this? Because a lot of things have been said.
I'll give you 1.
Okay. I'll take it. Yeah. Because I needed it.
Yeah, apparently. Okay. So, I'm trying to figure. I had a thought and now I forgot it. Shit. Oh, it's about the weather specifically. When
Oh.
Nora mentions the weather,
Mhm.
and you kind of try to glean more information from her on that, you can ask for rituals that involve weather changes if you'd like.
Rituals that involve weather changes, displacing people from time, and sacrifices, particularly
of the baby type.
babies, and it sounds like their mothers as well, and putting runes on the body.
It's interesting in this poem
They
Yeah.
needed a lot of people too.
that they discuss her being a mother and a lover and a few other things in here. I mean, I'm
Well-
saying we're discussing like the babies and the mothers are being killed. It seems like, it's somehow connected.
Why are you giving him those weird eyes?
What weird eyes.
You're giving him like the slow, sultry blink. Well, all right here.
I'm just interested in what he has to say about, the rest of this. He's found all this information for us.
He's interested in something.
Yeah, I mean, we're all very proud of him for doing his job. But
I understand my intellect must be very tantalizing, but there's things we need to focus on at this moment in time. There's not enough time for us to,
Populate?
well, I wasn't thinking about populating.
honestly, if I mean, we can keep researching if you need a few minutes.
No.
But
There is a outer god running around somewhere. I think getting my diddly parts in someone else's diddly parts can take a back burner.
What are you 4 years old?
Diddly pods.
There's a child present.
I'm 15. I'm not.
Honestly, I think she knows more about sex than you do at this point.
I'm quite certain I do at this point.
1934. I don't know.
Oh no! Your use of the word diddly parts was what threw me. And my assumption is that you're 6 years old in an 18-year-old body.
We're keeping all our sexual organs in our respective clothing for the time being, because however smart I may sound and however excited that makes you, Josephine, I literally strong, powerful being who's killing people. And I'm also worried about the school now, because if was after Anna or trying to sacrifice Anna, there is a location where they're all at. It's protected, but they still need to be warned about this.
Can you get a message to him, like on the telephone or what have you?
Hold on.
That joke would probably make a lot more sense in about like 90 years' time, when telephones weren't definitely connected to the damn wall.
Hold on.
The motion, I think, is still the same.
Uh-huh.
It's more like this, though, right? And then
When I say the telephone, I obviously don't mean the telephone in this library so much as the telephone potentially at your fucking house.
Hello, Dreamlands? Can you invent telecommunication systems and come out of the fucking dark age? No? Well, I'll go get a pigeon.
I mean, again, that joke would be a crashing piece of information if I'd been in the Dreamlands for more than like 5 fucking minutes, you bastard.
Have you been to a city yet?
This would be the second of the cities that I have visited in the Dreamlands. Do
And
they
the
not
most
have the telephone? Because that would have been an easier thing you could have said, rather than the hilarious attempt at sarcasm.
Yes, and the most technological thing you've seen outside of my house is what?
Agreed, but in your house, do you have any means of contacting them?
Spells.
Okay, then we're back with magic. Fantastic.
Right.
I love how all of you argue about all these things.
Nodar, I'll need some ice water.
Nodar, light!
Ice water for what?
Cool you off, woman. You're making a spectacle of yourself right now.
I'm not making a spectacle of myself. I find you a little attractive right now because you know all this information about how the world is going to end. And have you ever heard of the phrase "last night on Earth"?
Okay, Nora. So, ignoring the disturbing sex
I'm gonna turn around and talk and lay the book and face the other way, completely going cold.
So eventually, Tukar and Nodar are back, and they kind of walk you a few moments, like one direction, and then you're in front of a series of different books. And go ahead and you can all, if you want to help, whoever wants to help can do libraries roll.
I mean,
okay.
Well, I would be helping, but now I'm not being very, very welcomed here. So.
Wait.
I mean, I'll roll.
What are you waiting for?
What books are in front of me right now?
The ones that you asked for.
Yeah, what are these books that I want them grabbing and looking into, or like, do I know these books? And
These
I'm
are
like,
mostly like Arcana spell books that are specific to what you're talking about.
okay, now this is going to be kind of metagamey, but is the grimoire in here?
No.
I tried. The library use. Let's do it.
Doing my own library use roll because I'm not helping him.
Okay. So the first things first, Floyd, you pick up a book and you find specific information about weather-changing effects and spells. You get details on how to do these effects. If you were to actually study the spells more, you could probably figure out how to do them yourselves with, obviously, the assistance of others. But what you glean is that it definitely takes a large group of people or somebody with significant amounts of power to be able to make weather changes at the level that Nora described.
Okay.
Which coincides with their story about the cultists having a large number of people as part of that. Additionally, heavy sacrifices can be made to increase a pool of power, essentially. Like that the sacrifice helps bolster their ability in essence. Other things that you will gain from here is that there's reference to lunar cycles. Different parts of the month are more powerful for casting than others. This is something you already know, but it's reaffirmed in these journals and entries that you found. And that's pretty much the extent of what you get specifically from these books.
Not me.
And for Josephine, you find specific information about time gates. Time gates being also something of tremendous power to cast, and very most certainly do often trigger the attention of a Hound of Tindalos.
I turn around again in the chair, flip it down, and say,
I was right.
this passage discusses how time gates can sometimes trigger Hounds of Tindalos to come.
Yes.
So, in them doing their research and trying to do whatever they could to bring Yidra forth, they could have been bringing the Hounds forth as well. So they are connected.
So
I'm just going to pat my sort of pockets. I think I have a sweetie for you here, actually, somewhere.
I don't care about your sweetie.
That might be interesting. Maybe they were getting the spells wrong and summoning the wrong gate.
Perhaps. But here's information on time gates if you need them for whatever we're doing for Nora.
Well, these alone don't tell me much of anything. They tell me that these spells, yes, a lot of people need to be done and at certain times during a lunar cycle, but as far as anything, I don't see them being tied to any spell. Nodar, is there spells that would need these components as a larger portion? Particularly, I want to say summoning Yidra.
Well, the issue is that no information that you have found is different in any books about Yidra specifically. I think you may have exhausted all references we have in the world, or worlds, so to speak, as far as Yidra is concerned. But in theory, if you apply the same observations, if these individuals who this young lady speaks of, where there's attempting to reach out to Yidra, it would function much the same way that other summonings do, where sacrifice is made and much power is sacrificed as well to make contact.
Depending on who you're summoning, yes.
Yes, some more than others. I imagine that if you are speaking about the physical sacrifices of blood, then the more innocent or whatever, depending on what you follow, the more innocent the victim, the more power you may glean from it. It has not been corrupted by anything yet. So
I've got a question here. Why would you want to summon this Yidra? Is that in any of your books?
Eternal life.
Yes, eternal life. They mention in this poem that you spoke of something about plentiful or bountiful harvests. So I don't know if that's relevant.
So it's people who want to live forever, yeah?
I mean, that seems pretty cult-like.
It seems to me there's lots of things that they promise in this poem that people may misinterpret as being what they would get if they summoned her.
I mean, living forever is not... I'm not going to say that's cult-like. That's actually in the Bible. So let's just be a little bit careful how we use that word.
What? I was spacing out. He started talking about the Bible.
Oh, that's right. Let's go back to the chart. So which one of these gods is Yidra again?
That one.
Is that the one below? Is this Azza? I don't know.
Your god is more like that one. He points to a Nodin.
I don't know what that is, but
that's your god. You're the other ones. Here, how about this? This is your god. These are demons.
Okay, so why is my god down here when the demons are so much higher?
Because they're more powerful.
Yeah, that's absolute garbage. And
Maybe you
back
should
and
just
forth.
be an observer in this situation instead of like contributing.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing you're going to like about any of these conversations.
No.
So what do we do about Yidra? Can we just ignore her? Like,
No. We can't ignore what she's doing. Especially, there's some other people, one being in particular, that hasn't done anything yet, and that makes me more worried. And if he does do something, I don't know what's going to happen.
So who's
Who's
this
that?
other being then?
Nyarlathotep.
Is that one on your chart somewhere?
I point to Nyarlathotep, who's like directly in the same thing as Yidra.
so why would he want to do something? Why would he get involved?
Because this is his area.
Hmm.
He also has been known to go to Earth in human form just to fuck with us.
So can we
He's-
summon him and have him take care of her?
Oh, no.
Don't think we
I-
need to be making any deals with the devil to sort this
No.
out, huh?
No. You don't want to summon anyone who's up here or anyone on this chart. You see this chart? Never summon anyone from this chart because you will either A, lose your mind, or B, lose your mind, or C, die.
Why would you have lose your mind as I am being?
Because sanity or insanity doesn't matter. It didn't. You just keep doing the same thing over and over, whatever it may be.
So
Okay, so
what do we do about Yidra?
And that's we have to figure out why she did what she did, and why she was on your Earth, and why she destroyed it, and why is she here? And hopefully your
Because they
people.
summoned her.
Well, your people should tell us a little bit more about that.
on a separate note, I did actually, because it seems like you were mostly doing the Yidra thing. I have found a gateway, and I bring out my hastily sketched map of the chart. It's over in this area. It's not easy to get to. I mean, we can get there by the sea down to here, but then we got to go across the land, and there's not anything on the map that shows anything, you know?
What is that?
Hold on. I'm
This
trying
is
to
a sketch
can't see
map.
anything.
Yeah, no, this is a sketch that I made of the map that indicates the eastern realm that is apparently barren because nobody actually ever comes back from mapping it.
trying to see if I can
Cartographers
find
have a
map
rough
for
old
you
time.
guys. Can I find a map? Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can't pull a map up for you. Hold on. That aside, let's see. Choose 46. Here we go. So according to this,
Oh, I found it.
should
I found the poem.
Yay! Have you been doing that this whole time?
nice.
And
So
I'll drop it in the Discord so we can reference it.
nice. Thank you for doing that.
Mhm.
Okay, so basically, past the eastern gates of Celloface, going farther down that way, and like well outside the limits of where Celloface is considered to be part of this like region. Beyond that is called the city not well to enter. It's a ruined city. And that's the only landmark that there is out there, and it's in the middle of nowhere, and basically what they would call the wastelands. It is not good, so to speak. When you kind of bring that up on the map, both of them look at you, the library people look at you, and they're like, none have traveled safely from there.
So that would be not good to go to then.
No.
I mean,
Okay,
if
is
you
that-
make it through and you have no reason to return, then perhaps, but...
So is this the only, like... I don't know why I'm continually holding this up like a twat. Is this the only gateway present nearby?
On this area, on this landmass, yes.
Yeah. Is this the place that your friend was suggesting we was going to go to?
My friend?
Daryl?
I
No.
don't.
No, he wouldn't have suggested. There are safer but longer ways, like safer ways but takes longer to get to, kind of thing.
That it's close, but the risk is far more greater. Now, what you want to do is the place that we suggested. It's farther away, but it's the most commonly traveled path. So we would be safer taking that way. If we go out that way, there's a ruins and it's a wasteland. So
Okay, so not super safe then, but it's further traveling.
no.
Okay.
If we didn't want to come back, I think I want to come back and do my job here or wherever they're going to put me.
So we got the Idra problem, and you're saying we can't ignore that, and we can't just get her home. We have to actually deal with that situation as well.
When her people get to our place, I mean, I should be able to glean a little bit more what we're going to do about that situation. But until I talk to them, they should be here, I don't know, half a day and a half until I can talk to them.
Okay, then. So that's the only way we know more about that situation.
Yeah, all the information here by itself tells me it's a spell. Together, it's a bunch of spells. There's nothing that I can with evidence-wise gather and tell you with an answer. There's not enough data to go around.
Oh, I understand. All right. I'm gonna huffily go and sit down, having my only piece of information be like piss useless.
No, you know not to go there.
Yeah, I've ruled something out. I'm the king of library use. The Dewey Decimal System is my bitch. It's cool.
So what are we supposed to do? We don't even know what Yidra's doing. How are we supposed to stop her? She's like some big celestial being.
Well, go ahead, Josephine.
This passage here seems to directly kind of connect to the idea of sacrifice. It talks about her being restless, a restless one craving new lovers outside the blood of her worshippers, lest she and her spawn and her followers shrivel, withering in living death. So perhaps that she was looking for, when you said these pools of power, it's to keep her living. Maybe she is continuously dying in some way.
That seems like the little girl then, huh?
Yes. That's why she was trying to sacrifice the little girl specifically, is because if she's trying to live, then perhaps that was a way for her to continue to survive.
Would the vision thing that you keep getting constitute that same sort of power?
Me?
Well, you said this is the second time you've had a vision now? The third?
No, not vision. I mean, I had an ethereal being come to me.
It wouldn't make any sense because this is still out of her characteristic. If you look at everything as a whole,
it says that the poem says that she answers things for her followers, so perhaps she's on some kind of quest for someone who's piqued her interest.
Well, I mean, she destroyed a whole planet, so I don't know who she's talking to anymore.
It says she's lonely.
Maybe she wants a boyfriend.
Are we still talking about sex?
I mean,
if
goddesses probably want to get it on as well. Maybe she came here looking to date the guy that you said is going to end up dealing with her.
No.
You don't think she wanted to, connect with another person of her?
He's not a man.
Could he be a man?
It just says that she teaches her followers mysteries.
But she craves
teaches-
new lovers.
So it makes no sense for her to kill all her followers,
No.
which she did. And now she's here.
Maybe she's angry
Did
because
she kill all
got
of her
broken up.
followers?
She turned them crazy.
She destroyed the planet.
I mean, from what you're saying, hopefully this associate you got from the other world is gonna know a little bit more about what that whole situation is. Yeah.
I mean, how exactly did she kill your friend Evelyn?
She hugged
Did she
her?
stab her?
No, she hugged her. And
Nah, they were like floating, you know, like so the crazy girl, Evelyn.
Maybe these kinds of
She
things that
drifted
she's doing, destroying your
Um,
planet and destroying her people, it's not her same view of things.
Well, what
Perhaps
was
she's
the thing?
not actually killing them at all.
Nara, what was the thing that you said? The end is. This is not the end, or the end. This is not the. Or what did she say?
Something like that. The end,
Because they
But that
floated
was
in
not
the
the
air, didn't they?
It's just the beginning.
And
the end is just the
Sorry?
beginning.
what was it, Meta? Sorry.
Death is just the beginning.
Death is it? Wasn't it something? It was something like because what happened? Because okay, we were being attacked again, and
What
she
if she,
appeared on the ship, and Evelyn floated in the air and walked into her arms, and then she said, "Death is just the beginning." Does that help at all?
what if she's trying to make her own place? What if she's taking all of the followers and not actually killing them? What if she's taking them into a place where they can all be around to worship her, and she can, sex up all of the ones that she wants to? Because it says she needs the
Lifebringer,
seed of a
giving
follower.
centuries endlessly to her children, lovers, and worshippers.
Yidra the lover needing the seed of her followers, who must have the seed of all things, seed of change and die, lover whose consorts are changed and fused with the seed of the past and the changed in the forms of past nor of present. So maybe she's just taking them out of time into her own place where she can have all of her groupies and she can sex all of them she wants, and then she could be worshipped all she wants.
You are all really stuck on this sex thing.
I
There's
don't
only
think I've
so many
actually
things that a
mentioned sex
seed could
once.
actually be.
The women in your group are unusually horny.
Yes, I have noticed a peculiar worldliness and
Yeah.
sexuality running like a fucking crowbar through a lot of them.
I understand I have a libido of an 18-year-old boy, but I don't think you're thinking what I think you're misinterpreting what that poem is saying.
I
It
think
says
that you're
she
taking
hides
the
them
word
forever.
sex and focusing on that.
Mm-hmm.
On
I
a
think
separate,
sex makes you uncomfortable, so you don't want to deal with it or talk about it.
on an entirely separate subject, but related to this, besides stepping the whole continual sex talk. How, in any way, if this thing is as powerful as you say she is, can we possibly have any chance of, like, solving this problem? Is it not better if we just try and run and try and get Nora to another, back to the Earth situation?
I feel like
I say we all
perhaps-
run to New Earth.
The people from Universe B will be at our house in the next day.
Okay, so
I
that's
want to
what we're
know their story on what happened because they have 2 years above Nora of what's going on.
okay.
I
and
saw newspaper clippings. They all went mad.
But the people that are coming are from. Do I know they're from Celinda Xmas?
Yeah.
Your Celinda Xmas. There's 3 people coming.
They're
to-
probably mad and looking for a new place to stay because there's creatures in their world that have devoured them. Like, look at these newspapers.
I don't need to know. I can tell you now, Nora. People from your world are coming here, and I need to. And they've been there for 2 years. You have not been there for 2 years.
Is there any further things that we need to research then?
Nothing. There's nothing. I got the information about the gateways and all that, but the information about Yidra, it's vague at most.
Do you have anything back at your house that would help with that? Now that you know the name.
I might.
I mean, that seems like our best port of call then, huh? Because if there's nothing else here we can discover, then we make our way back.
That phrase, Nodar, who uses the phrase,
Well, the toboggan thing.
death is only the beginning?
No, that
I
thing.
know who uses that phrase.
Oh, who uses that phrase?
You don't want to know.
I mean, I feel like the question imperative at the end of the sentence.
I can explain it when we get home, not here.
Okay, then.
The death is only the beginning. Is there any beings that use that in their religious practice?
Undying beings.
It's true.
People who manage the death side of the world, like.
But I'm seeing if Nodar has anything, or Tukor.
No.
If anything comes up that you guys rings a bell.
We'd have to look through many books.
Okay. I'm gonna look through my books at home then. All right. Thank you for your time, Tukor Nodar.
I say we just run away.
I live here, so.
Well,
And where are you gonna run to?
a different universe.
How are you gonna get there?
Through you.
It takes time. And plus, we need to know what Ydra's doing here now. And
Well,
if she's going to attempt to go to other universes and replicate the same thing.
I mean, there's a very real possibility, wouldn't you say, that if she is indeed following Nora, that she could follow her to any given additional universe that we go to.
I don't think there's any evidence that she's following Nora.
I'm not saying that there is. I'm just saying she is capable of doing that. Yeah.
If for some reason she was following me, then let's just let her kill me and get it over with.
So optimistic, all of you. What I'm saying is let's do a little bit more research before we get the answer. Because if she was really hunting down Nora, she'd be dead already.
I mean, that's Oh no, yeah, you're right. Because like Nora was at Nora, you would hit me
It's not necessarily a hunting down to kill someone.
No, but Nora
Maybe
was
she's
like
seeking
right near
information.
when Evelyn got taken by the crazy old witch woman.
I mean, if I wanted to know more about something that other people knew about, perhaps I would just follow them until they, let the information go.
Or she could be trying to break my spirit. Maybe I've got like a really powerful, like intensely awesome spirit, and she's just got to break me because I'm too strong for her to take me.
I'll keep looking in this book about
possible, I
Hydra
suppose.
and see what I can find.
Well, I mean,
I still say she's taking everybody to a little dungeon. A sex dungeon.
Okay, so that's Okay, so we're going back to your house to look up this thing then, and you can explain about the toboggan thing as well while you're there.
yes. And if you guys, I mean, there are brothels here, so if you guys need to go have your fun.
I mean, honestly, I'm pretty good.
I'm too anxious now to even think about that, so
I think I want some whiskey as well.
I'm fine with that. I don't give a fuck.
There's a being that wants to destroy our world, and she's been trying to do this for years, and we don't stand a chance against her. Let's get drunk.
I mean, we don't really know she's been trying to destroy our universe for years. It doesn't say anything about that in the poem.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that.
People.
I mean,
It's
because
been 2 years.
look, I was given this pulls out key for a reason, and I don't think that reason was for all of us to just die and give up. So let's hold on for a little while longer, and we're gonna get you back to wherever it is the hell you came from, whichever Earth it is, Earth F or whatever.
Let's go to get me to a different Earth that's not insane and destroyed.
No. To clarify, I don't think we were planning to take you back to the Earth that is a crater.
Yeah.
More an Earth that has some people.
That would be nice.
I thought that was a given, but just to say it out loud, we're not taking you back to the world where no people are alive.
All right.
Okay. Tukor, Nodar, thank you for your time. I'll see you guys when I finish up with all this. All right. And then I start walking out.
Okay.
I'm going with him. I'm finding out about
we're
this today.
fucked.
Come on now, bear up. Look, we're gonna get you back to your. We're gonna get you back to the, your secret society in another world. They're gonna exist, huh?
Sure.
And then maybe your father guy, what was his name?
I think you're overlooking the fact that
Amos?
some of your people are coming here right now.
Exactly. They'll know more, and we'll maybe be able to get you home.
They
That's
didn't
gotta
listen
be-
to me when all this was going down. I tried to warn them multiple times, and they didn't give a flying shit about anything that I had to say. And now the world's destroyed.
Yes, and so when you go to my world and then you talk about threats like this, they'll take you very credible because they'll know your backstory.
I mean, that does make sense, huh?
I promise I won't say I told you so to them.
That would probably be best, because, all of them people that they love are dead. I
Well-
wouldn't actually be like, nah, I was right.
I'm just saying as well, like, their world has gone completely mad, so we don't know how sane they are, and we need to trust them with, like, the tiniest grain of rice.
I mean, I'm sure that,
I don't think they're going to be of the right mind when they come to us.
I'm sure your man here has thought about that potential. You thought about that, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We have asylums here, so if they need to, we'll lock them up.
Well, there you go then. Like, watch you go. Like, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Don't give up hope. I feel like we've still got a chance here to get you back and get you back with your, what's his name? I don't remember what you said his name was. Your surrogate father guy.
Yeah,
No,
like
not
the father figure, Amos, who's
Amos was it? Yeah, we can probably find you that guy. Possibly not in the original world, because I imagine he's dead. But
yeah, he's probably dead and won't know me in the other universes that we go to. But it's okay. I'll just rebuild that relationship from the ground up.
well, I mean, that sounds better than just giving up and laying on the side of the road.
I mean, essentially, you could just go to the college. I mean, you're 15. You can go to the college I went to. Don't take the class I did because it was a real killer, but...
The one here?
Oh, no. Do you want to know my backstory?
Yeah, tell us more about you. Let's hear your...
I will tell you when we get inside the house because this is not a conversation you have in public.
Are you going to cry?
No.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, let's go.
I'll tell you over a drink. How about that?
That does sound fantastic. Have you got any more of the scotch, though?
Yes.
Okay, then, well, if anything, we need to speed up.
All right, you're
I'm
right back
opening
at
the door.
the house. And you're inside now. Hooray!
Hey, scotch for everyone, with the exception of Nora.
We were walking. Since we don't have a car anymore, we were walking and talking.
Yeah, this was walk talk.
Walk talk.
Mm-hmm.
So
I miss
yeah.
my car.
Aw.
Which
They
you
wouldn't
guys
let me
blew
take
up.
the book with me.
Nope, definitely not.
Okay.
No books are allowed to be checked out at this library.
No lending policy. The word library is a misnomer. Warehouse.
So what you're saying is there's no overdue books.
Never. Never,
That
ever.
sounds like paradise.
I'll just live here forever.
Poor
So-
Evelyn.
Floyd would walk in and he'd go get probably 2 bottles of scotch just because how many people are here, and pour everyone a drink, and himself too, and be like, so when I was growing up, I was trained to come here since when I was a baby, since I was taught how the world is not the only world, so this is very normal for me. Most people, when they come
I feel
here,
like I should roll sanity checks literally every time anybody mentions anything about this stuff.
You
Or
guys
you just
will
don't
roll
believe-
for sanity shortly, but I'm gonna let him have a little narrative.
So, I lived in Kingsport, Massachusetts.
Oh, I think I've been there.
Yes.
It wasn't that nice. I only dropped off some tea, but it wasn't disgusting.
No, but I went to. So my parents worked for the organization Celinda Eximus. I was raised with them, I was also assigned to a special class. That class deals with reading one book. It took
This
two
at
years.
your school, was it? Yeah.
Oh, yes. This class was in a basement. They gave us food. We did not have any contact with the outside world. It was a class of 20 people, and we were all assigned to read this book. I'm the only survivor.
From reading the book, you say?
Yes.
You read it. They read a book and they died. And they held you.
Yes.
Are you sure it's not because they were trapped in a basement?
No, we were well fed. We were taken care of. We were psychically evaluated every day.
So why did they die from the reading of the book then?
Because the monstrosities that came from that book were horrible. But the knowledge gained from that book are great. Such as, I know that there's beings far out in other dimensions that could blink and wipe out all of our existences.
Now you guys can roll for sanity if they have an inkling of belief here.
Get in there. Fine.
All right.
Apparently, I'm just fine with all of this nonsense.
I mean, you guys still take one.
Oh yeah, I totally.
I will
yeah.
have you all take one since you all succeeded. It'll.
You
get
don't go
reduced.
crazy, but you know. So I was like, that book is on my shelf. I keep it here out of the earthly people because it is bad. It is. What is the name of this book? I forgot. Oh, I have the spell book right here. Oh, I don't think it's in here, honestly. I think these were just spells in here. What was the name of the book?
You
Meta?
have the full book, don't you?
Yeah, no,
Oh, you're
that's
talking about the
that's in the
tome.
handbook.
Uh,
It's like the Aziz says near.
it's the original version of the Necronomicon.
Yeah. So I was trying to remember what the actual name of it is. He's
So
like,
it is the Necronomicon if it's the original version of that.
yeah,
Yes,
but
it
it's
just has
Arabic,
the
and it's
Arabic
called
name.
something in Arabic.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted that. I forgot what that. It's like Aziz says near or something like that. But it's called the. Essentially, it's called it translates to the Necronomicon. It's
What's that? Latin, is it?
Arabic.
I mean,
There is a version in Latin.
No, I mean the word Necronomicon. That's Latin, huh?
Yes.
Or Greek?
Is it?
All of
I don't
them.
know.
All of them.
It's a lot of languages in one. I know Arabic and Latin. I don't know too much beyond
I
that.
mean, it's the Book of Dead Names in translation.
So, this book, this is what killed 19 people, and I was the last one to live. The last person to survive, other than me, was possessed by Nyarlathotep, and I had to kill him. Or a fraction of Nyarlathotep's power. If it was actually Nyarlathotep, I probably wouldn't even be here today. Yes. So with Yidra being here, that's bad. And with everything that I know from that book, I won't even open that book. I keep it locked up because of the things that you can summon within that book are too terrible for any man.
So
woman,
does your book have the Yidra summoning stuff in it then, huh?
No.
It doesn't.
That's why I had to research her.
Hmm.
There's nothing about her in there because she doesn't mingle except with. She doesn't mingle with the other outer gods and all of that. But yes, this is very bad. And when you get close to magic or anything related to this type, your mind begins to wane over time. I took a significant hit. I mean, I watched 19 people die over the course of 2 years.
I mean, not meaning to, I don't want to offend you here, but you seem all right for somebody who supposedly lost their mind.
Well, it's been maybe 10, 12 years. I didn't lose my mind. My mind held strong. through that time. I was successful in reading the book. They weren't. Whether they killed themselves or they got eaten by something or two classmates turned against each other in a brawl to the death, and when the winner was announced, they ripped out their own eyes and started choking themselves. Whether it was a weird time. I saw a man get turned inside out.
And you were trying to get me to go to that school.
No. That's why I said don't take my class. It was a killer. But
Oh, there was that pun that you... Okay.
I mean, at least you're using
That's
humor
cool.
to possibly offset a ridiculously horrific story. That's a
Coping
good use of
mechanism?
humor in that situation.
it is a very weird time, and I don't like to think about it. But there's nothing I can do about it. They're dead. They're gone. I'm here. I need to be in the now.
Okay, so what can we do about this Yidra then? You said you had some more. Oh, and what was with the toboggan thing? What was that all about?
Oh, so what I was talking about at school is our school, Miskatonic.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Miskatonic University. It's in Arkham, Massachusetts. If you do go to our world, I say go there, learn as much as you can. There's other spells in the world that you can learn that are helpful, but you could essentially learn how to defend yourself or teach others, about what you've learned in your experience. I mean, like, look at this as hardening yourself through or becoming more tempered through a storm of sorts. Now, Fatagan, the phrase ia ia and the word Fatagan followed after that is chanting in ritualistic of those outer beings. It relates to a lot of them, but if they're chanting that, that's bad. That is unworldly.
So what does that mean, then? Because he went on about that a lot. Like when the cultists, they would often be chanting that. Does that mean anything?
Yeah, they chanted a lot. It was like their thing.
Yeah, because they were...
Cultists.
I don't know why they were chanting it all the time, honestly. Why would they be chanting it all the time?
Well,
Would
depending.
Floyd know that?
Maybe they were practicing?
I mean, there's a lot of error in the more unpracticed cults, supposedly, so they don't really know what they're doing necessarily. You guys have no way to confirm whether or not it was legitimate chanting or if it was just people trying to figure out what to do.
So, with that, they could just be yelling it because they were told to yell it, and it really didn't mean anything. Now, when it's actually performed in a ritual, that's when you see the power of what they're chanting. It's like sometimes it can be just words, such as Milton, a prayer with no conviction behind it.
Or like when somebody stubs their toe and says, "God, that hurts."
Yes.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. And essentially, that's probably what they were doing. And then when they were actually in church praying, that's when the conviction was there and the power was there.
So this Fatagan thing is like, like the Lord's Prayer.
Yes.
Is it possible?
Oh, look, in a sense, God, all right?
No.
Is it possible that they may have called forth a Hydra by complete accident, and this is all just a...
No.
Okay.
There's too specific of a ritual to be summoning someone that powerful. That was their intention, to summon her. They knew what they were doing. You can't be like, I say these words. They performed certain steps, and they got to that point where she came in. Now, I say there's different beings, and there's a reason why I keep that book locked up, is because when you summon something that powerful, you could destroy the world. Hence, Universe B is either mad or destroyed.
Well, I suppose
Now,
we'll know more about that when your mates and the other order come in.
when they get here, I mean, we have time to burn. I'm gonna go through my books, drink, and see what I can find. But
You know what? I've thought about it, and I think when we finally send me to a world that doesn't have monkeys with tentacles in their mouths, I think I'm gonna be a bartender.
okay.
I mean, that's okay then. That
Free
aiming high.
booze, and no crazy cultist, no books that make people rip their eyes out and eat them.
Oh, okay then. Do you need a hand with the searching at all, or you're all right?
No, I think you can just drink. Enjoy your time.
Okay then. Don't need to tell me twice.
And then I would go and grab the books and be like, and just start going through them, and looking for if there's any different information. Like if I find stuff on Nidra, different information than I could glean before. So
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. Anybody else doing anything while you guys are waiting?
I'm just gonna get wankered.
Yeah, I'm drinking.
Josephine.
Josephine went like this. So
Oh,
I think
yeah.
Josephine
guess
is just
I'm
a little
drinking
bit.
with
She's a
Nora.
little bit overwhelmed by all this information. I'm not really sure like how she would feel about this, because to her, like, it sounds like this stuff happens all the time and yet she's still living, so it's like she understands like the direness of the situation, but I'm not really sure if she feels like it's the end of the world like everyone else. So I guess she'll drink, but she won't be drinking the same way they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So I'm
Is
gonna
Daryl
keep
back?
refilling mine and Nora's glasses as we get progressively more smashed.
is Daryl back?
Oh yeah, Daryl's back.
I would go talk to Daryl and be like, Daryl, do you know the name Yidra?
Vaguely sounds familiar.
The Dream Witch.
That sounds a little bit more familiar.
So supposedly she's here, which is not good. She's an outer god.
Yeah.
Also, she's the one who destroyed Brighton in that world.
Is that confirmed?
By my research, yes, but I'll know more when they get here. I couldn't find any spells related to her and summoning, but and then I kind of give them the details of what they gave me. But be like, there's a lot. There's a lot I need to know, and hopefully those people that are going to get here, I don't know how long till they get here. A half a day. They'll be able to fill us in more about what's going on.
Time doesn't pass for you guys, so it's hard to tell. You guys can keep a clock inside the house, but according to your time, they should be here soon. So,
Okay.
Assuming that they went the correct route.
So I mean, like, yeah, that's all I really got from there. I got the spell, the correct things for the attuning a gateway to the right energy for my universe, but as far as the Hydra thing, I need more information, honestly.
Are you sure it's even possible to do anything about that? If you say she's as powerful as she is, then there's nothing.
Well, they were after the little girl that went to the school. My concern there is maybe send out a warning to the school and let them know that there is an outer god that was trying to get one of the students there, and would probably potentially go after others like her.
Well, then there's plentiful of them here in the Dreamlands.
The problem is that this is not Ydra's domain.
Well, if she's here, then she obviously has a reason.
I don't know what that reason is yet.
No, and I doubt we ever will know what that reason is. Gods do not share their interests with us unless it benefits them somehow.
I could let one of them know that Ydra's here.
Who?
Who do you think?
Oh, no, that's not a good idea. I'm sure that they already know.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just interested to see what she'll do. Maybe not.
Maybe. I don't know what her end goal is. I don't know why she destroyed that universe.
She may have not. There may have been something else. We won't
Well,
know.
I'll
don't
wait
know.
till the other ones get here.
Right.
Maybe we can go from there. And then I would look at him and be like, just get warning to the school that there is a possible threat
Okay.
that they need to know about.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll go do that now.
Thank you.
All right. So, Daryl heads off back to the school. Is there anything else you guys need to do as this is all going on? You guys are waiting for the arrival of the other people. No,
I don't.
we're good.
Nora's just getting her drink on.
Yeah,
So you want to be a bartender?
Oh yeah, why not? Make people happy, make them forget all the problems, don't have to worry about crazy things.
I think you're worrying. I think your man over there, he knows how to get you back home. I mean, not your home specifically, but Earth.
Hey
I
Earth,
think-
and I'll be a bartender at that Earth and stay away from all of this stuff.
I mean, that doesn't sound like a bad idea, honestly.
I don't even want to fall into this world. I basically got kidnapped by that society and they forced me to work for them. It's like child labor, which
I
is
mean,
legal but not good.
there's probably all sorts of things you can do that are, a bit better than serving in a bar. Because honestly, that is not good, work for a young lady.
All right. I'll sell newspapers. How about that?
If anything, that's a step down from bartender. But see what they say. They may set you up with some money or something. Help you out.
I mean, what's so bad about this world? Why do you want to leave it?
There's creatures here that are monkeys with like tentacles coming out of their mouth. And things
But-
just happen if you think about it too hard.
Plus, you guys don't have chocolate.
They don't have chocolate.
If you think about it hard, maybe you can have it.
That's true, I guess.
Also, the beer is like scotch. Possible to get your head around.
I'm just saying, I've lived here my entire life, and it's been a fun adventure for me. So
It's
I
'cause you don't
suppose
know
it
anything
depends
more.
on where you're coming in terms of adventure.
I mean, Nora could stay here for all if she wants to.
I mean, that's
you know
no
more
right.
about this place than most people on the outside. You've actually been here and explored.
Well, you could stay with your man here and help your society that way if you're inclined to.
Or I could go to a very boring, non-magical world. Without cults and without books of people breaking their brains.
It sounds like to me like every world has all these things.
I'm sorry to tell you this, but cults are everywhere.
Yeah, I'd like to not have to deal with them anymore.
Sorry to break the news to you.
I mean, you can work on the boat if you want.
I did a pretty good job at selling that stuff for you.
Yeah, I mean, we would have to not tell people how old you were, but you can work on that. That's an option that's better than tending bar.
Yeah, I guess.
You can always tell them that you guys went to the Florida and found the Fountain of Youth and sell Fountain of Youth water to people.
I mean, people will buy any old shit, honestly, so.
You have a
Nora's
good
good
enough
at
sales
selling.
pitch.
That's an option for you too. You don't, but the point is, it doesn't have. You're not gonna die. You're gonna get back somewhere. We're gonna get you home in some way.
Home
got
is
options.
where you make it.
Yep.
This is my home. I like how quiet it is.
Well, sure. Like nobody reading a book and killing each other, huh?
Yep. Essentially.
I like
That's
the idea
why-
of you reading books and then I find things.
I like that arrangement.
So now we're just worried about whether or not this woman is following us, right?
I don't think she's following us.
I mean, based on what you said, she could have very easily just killed Nora back at the boat like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Seems, I mean, based on that, unlikely that she's actually after Nora specifically.
That's why I
Good.
think that she's just interested in that.
That's not possible.
I don't think she cares about me at all.
That's more likely.
I mean, that makes it easier to get you home, though, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then why does I do worry about Anna.
I mean, she's definitely probably in more danger if it's the power, drinking
No.
thing you were saying.
I contacted the school, or Daryl's contacting the school. They'll be aware of it and take precautionary measures.
Can they actually protect the children then, can they? From something as powerful as your Yidra?
There's ways, but it's tolling. But more than likely, it's
Could you tell your friend that if he needs me, then I will help?
sure. I mean, I can get message.
I mean, if they're, if they need something for helping with, protecting and whatnot. I mean, if she's some kind of scary god and she's after Anna, I couldn't just sit by and let a school get destroyed with Dreamborn.
More than likely, when you guys took Anna away from her, she went off to find another one that was somewhere nearby. I don't know the area. I didn't know how many civilized people live out there, but
Not many. Actually, scary enough, the closest town that she probably had for more people that she could find of that nature would have been right in Laneth itself. Which is scary if you think about it.
yes, but
I mean, is there any way we can find out if she was there? Like,
more than likely she's not going to make an appearance in the town, but then again, she's acting uncharacteristically. We haven't heard any
you
news.
said that before. Why is this uncharacteristic for her?
She tends not to dabble with mortals all too much. Like
You said the world destroying thing was
not the mortal.
not
She is
exact
always
reason.
around mortals. It's the dreamland specifically that she wouldn't be normally interested in.
yeah,
And
she's not normally interested. Or would she not want to destroy the world either?
No, because it would go against what her purpose is, which is to basically consume.
What if the portal that you guys came through to get here was complete coincidence for her even, and she wants to find out why, and that's why she's here?
As far as I can tell, the thing that they summoned was also one of her avatars or servants.
what the big
Exo
bird insect?
bird thing.
Yeah.
I don't have a name for
Is
it.
that from here?
No.
Okay. It's interesting to me that if she's not connected to the Dreamlands, and then she was summoned, and then suddenly a portal to the Dreamlands comes up, it's not connected to her.
No.
I'm surprised your man Naya.
Nyarlathotep.
I'm surprised that guy isn't doing anything about it, huh? Because like, is
He's
that
not
like this
really
his
my-
realm or something? Like he's the king here or what have you?
How is he related to here? I can't. I know he is essentially
Dreamlands is his domain.
Yeah, this is his domain.
So he's like your king or your god or something here, is he?
He doesn't give a fuck who you worship. That's the short round. Any of these beings I'm talking about more than likely don't care who you are, what you're doing, who you worship. You're just there. Yeah, if you're in the way, they'll take care of you.
Then why should he care about her?
Oh, well, they're both on equal footing, I suppose, but and this is where it gets weird because
Are they like that? Like friends? Are they?
no, Nyarlathotep doesn't really have friends. He's a dick. They're all kind of like to themselves. They don't really hang out and say, "Hey, you guys are thinking of them as humans and having human concepts for them." They are alien, very alien with everything. Like very, they don't have the same concepts of morality as we do. Like I love to preserve, like life. I don't want to murder people. They don't care. They'll just kill people and not feel a thing about it because there's insignificant ants in front of compared to them. It's basically what he likes to do is set things up so he can fuck with people, right? He may just be sitting back and watching all of this, seeing what she's gonna do.
Are you sure this Nyarlathotep isn't just another name for the devil? Because that sounds pretty much like his raison d'etre.
It's probably where they got the concept of the devil from.
Who got the concept of the devil?
Whoever came across probably a cult of Nyarlathotep and thought, this is Lucifer. And then started calling him Lucifer and Satan, the devil, Beelzebub, Morning Star.
I mean, like, two of those names are what God gave him.
Yep. History never is accurate, especially when it's not being held very well.
I mean, I don't know if I believe any of that, but you obviously do, and it obviously makes sense to you. But, like, the problem I'm having is there's nothing we can do about this witch woman, huh? Like, there's nothing. Can you banish her? Can you unsummon her? Does it work like that?
I don't know that spell.
Could there be such a spell in any case?
More than
like in your book that you don't want to read, sort of thing.
No, that book I don't want to read. She doesn't exist in there.
So she's not this, but your Nyarlathotep does exist in there.
I cannot summon him.
No. I know that. I mean, like he is in that book.
Yeah.
And is there rituals that can banish him? Like,
I don't have that one. There's a list of spells in there of summoning different beings at different levels, such as Haster. I can't remember all of them because they're all kind of Azathoth. Azathoth is probably the daddy, if you want to think of that. If that helps you have a concept of what he is. He's the most powerful of them all. I could summon him and dismiss him. It's actually ridiculously easy, and that's why I lock up that book, just for the fact that it has to, one of the things it has to be is nighttime. And then I just recite the spell and summon him. it probably would consume my life and my power to do that. But I can also dismiss him. Neolethatep I can call and talk to, but that's... No. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do any of those spells.
I mean, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, it seems like there is no way for us to do anything about this Yedra. So we should probably just focus primarily on the getting Nora home, and almost we kind of have to ignore Yedra, huh? And hope very much that she doesn't kill us.
Yeah. She would have, in my opinion, but this is, yet again, I don't know Yedra. I know that destroying the world is not something she would do, or coming here is normal for her. So, uncharacteristic on two parts right now. I don't know, she's being very unpredictable right now, and I don't know why. If I knew why, maybe I could gather more something to do about it, or but then again, I probably won't be able to do anything about it. Neither Daryl or we would get information to Celinda Xmas, and then they would take years of research, and by then either Neolethatep would do something about it. But
we're drawn back to the having to hear what your friends have to say kind of thing.
I need more specific and details. What you guys explained to me, yes, but I think there's parts missing that I don't have, and I'm not getting, and I can't accurately deduce what occurred over there.
Okay then. I mean, isn't Evelyn's book on the boat somewhere?
No.
What happened with that?
That was in her bag, and it went up with her.
And she was holding the bag. Okay, that's good.
Yeah. She always had her book.
I always had my satchel over one shoulder.
Still on her when.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, and until we talk to them and get more answers, then we'll be able to get Nora back to become a bartender or ship hand or archaeologist, whatever she wants to do.
Okay, gotcha.
About an hour later, after you have this wonderful discussion and much drinking, Daryl comes back, and behind him is a woman, and behind that woman is two individuals. As they step forward and walk through Nora, you see them. The woman doesn't look too familiar, but she has some features that are very similar to the gypsy that you encountered back in Brighton. The two people behind you immediately recognize. To the left is Amos.
Fucking
and
knew
to
it.
the right is Lister, the man who went towards death to give you guys time to get away. And that is where we're going to end the episode for today.
The old ninja's back.
Fucking knew it.
Blister the blister.
I was like, one of these motherfuckers is gonna be Amos. I just know it.
I wonder if
of course he lived.
I wonder if it's your Amos. That'd be awesome.
Of all of the Amoses, he would live.
I'd
I'd
said,
still be pissed at
Boyd
him.
has said several times, I'm expecting people from Nora's universe to be here.
And I was like,
yes.
Yep, Amos.
And he has cookies.
Cookies
He
and a
probably doesn't have
ninja.
any. It's actually quite good that like Sarge and Simon are dead at this point. Because I don't think any of them wouldn't be punching him in the face.
Yeah, probably. That's a good point.
Like that's actually like a bit of a
We
bonus.
told you something was happening.
Well, Simon's just holding his arms while Sarge's just rabbit punching him over and over again.
Yeah.
Nora, take my knife, start stabbing him. I'll hold him.
All right, that was part one of the finale, guys. We're drawing to a close for this fantastic series of Reveries. Next week we will, unless anybody's got stuff going on. Anybody have stuff going on next week? Next Sunday?
No.
I have AX that
crap.
weekend, but I'm gonna be home for that. So
What's AX?
Anime Expo, it's in downtown LA, but it's like it starts on like the 4th of July. So like I'll be there on like probably on Thursday and Friday, maybe even Saturday, and I'll be home for Sunday.
Sunday. So Sunday we're gonna be driving back from Dallas.
We'd have to leave in the morning.
Yeah, unless well, tentatively everything's fine. I'll let you guys know as we draw closer to the end of the week.
Because we would have to leave in the morning anyways, because I got to come back and mow the lawn and take care of that. So
yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yes, right.
AX isn't even next weekend. It's the weekend after that. It's AX. So yeah, I'm completely fine.
Okay. My YouTube has all of the previous episodes, guys, and Metabot just posted the links to my social media, so you guys can go follow on YouTube. There's a playlist that separates out season 1 and season 2. We're on season 2, which is the finale. So yeah, that was episode 13 technically. We are going to be doing a new Call of Cthulhu game at some point in the very near future once we wrap this all up.
Is someone doing dishes?
Yes, sorry.
Oh. But final cast and all that to be determined, and when we're going to start as well. But anyway, let's go round table and get everybody's thoughts on today's episode, and hopefully any particular, I don't know, theories or ideas on where things might go. Not sure yet. And we'll start with Avi. Of course, tell us about yourself as well.
Can you start with someone else first for a second?
Okay. Yep. Okay. McLoken.
Maybe I don't want to go because I want Avi to go first. Where do I think everything's going? Down the shithole. But I think the focus is gonna like trying to get Nora to where she wants to go. But like now the thing is I need to know what the fuck these 3 people are gonna say to like figure out where to go from there, because like I'm in like Floyd mindset of like I don't have all the information and I can't decide what to do with what. But I imagine I'm gonna send all 3 of them like open a portal and all 4 of them now, and they all go off and do stuff. But where they, it's gonna suck if they're like, we have to go now and we have to go through the waste, and I'm gonna be like, well, fuck. I'm worried. I'm really worried, guys. I don't want to have another character die. I like this character.
All right.
He sturdied himself from the seductions of Josephine. So.
And did you want to tell anything about yourself, McLoken?
Oh, like Yidra, I like long walks on the beach. I like having all my lovers in one area that I can spread my seed all around.
God, it's a bad day in your house every day.
What?
It's like a lawn sprinkler in there.
Oh my lord.
I'm McLoken. You can find me at twitch.tv/McLoken. I run a D&D show called Chosen on Wednesdays. That's primarily what I've been doing because I've been working a full-time job. And then my Saturdays, I don't do anything, and I've been kind of really enjoying that. But yeah, that's where you guys follow me. I'm on a bunch of shows as well, generally in the afternoons. Let's start with Monday. I'm not on any shows, but Tuesday I'm on the Counter Roleplays channel, playing a gnome ranger, and it's really fun because he's dark as shit. Wednesdays Chosen, and then Thursdays I'm on 6 and 20, playing City of Mist. Fridays I'm back on here playing Warhammer Dark Heresy, which that fucking last episode got me super excited because we're gonna fuck some shit up, or shit's gonna fuck us up. I'm super excited, and I can't wait because we're fighting Dark Eldar, and they're bondage.
Best of good fortune.
Yeah, bondage elves coming at you.
So excited! Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Wow, you're gonna get so very killed.
No, Dark Eldar are my character specialty.
Aren't you guys just like Imperial Guard level troops?
No.
I'm an Arbiter, but like we've leveled up quite a bit. Yeah. I have a lot of health and a lot of I'm pretty tough. Like I took a lot of resistance shit. Yeah. So we'll see what they throw at me. And
I'm only worried about Farseers, honestly.
Oh, you won't have any Farseers with the Dark Eldar, at least.
Yeah.
They don't get Farseers. Dark Eldar have Hierophants and stuff. They don't have Psychers because they don't go into the warp because they have to kill to stay alive. That's because the Dark Eldar avoid Slanesh via. Oh, I'm a big dog. They don't get Farseers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you won't have to deal with any of that crap, which is nice because they don't have Psychers of any sort.
Okay.
But they do have like horrifying demonic monster things.
All I know about Dark Eldars are bondage elves.
Yeah, they are. They don't get because they escape Slanesh by virtue of never going anywhere near it and constantly, like inflicting pain on others.
Because they went through the dark web way and not through the.
They don't hide from Slanesh via like soul stones and shit.
Yeah.
They basically assuage Slanesh by inflicting endless pain, so it doesn't like constantly come after them. But you won't have any Farseers. They don't even have Psychers, but they do have like horrible fucking demon monster things.
Yeah.
And, like other such sexually depraved bondage nightmares.
Now,
Basically,
if we start talking about orcs, or I know a little bit about
Okay, we're totally derailed now.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Anyways, twitch.tv McLoken, and you can follow me on my Twitter at McLoken.
Good.
That's
Great.
it.
Fantastic. Let's go to Adam.
Call of Cthulhu. I do horror, gaming, horror reviews, stuff like that on the channel 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday. I'm really excited about this. This is getting really interesting. I feel like we stand a tiny chance of getting Nora back, even though that seems like that should be the relatively easy part. I feel like all of the people from Solendra Eximus are going to be like, no, that's not the most important part. The most important part is the hell bitch that keeps following you around, and we should probably do something about that. So I feel like we're going to get dragged into that nightmarish mess, and the chances of getting Nora back get slimmer and fucking slimmer. But I don't think I'm going to live through this. I feel like I'm going to die trying to get her home, and
I mean,
you can leave at any time, technically.
Yeah, Milton like.
Well, that's the thing. I can leave.
Hey, bye, bitch.
But that's the thing, because I've got the fucking key, but I'm under the impression that I've got this solely from my actual god, not like bullshit demon alien monster god. I feel like I've got that specifically to get her home, because otherwise I don't understand why I even have this thing. I don't know why I would come to this fucking dream place. I don't like it here.
True.
So that's my whole theory, is that like I'm only here to get her home and safe, and I'm not gonna leave without that. So I feel like self-sacrifice is a disturbingly real possibility at this stage.
Fair point. Good. Yeah, make sure you guys go and follow Adam at Call of Cthulhu. Okay, how about Devin?
Hi, I'm Devin, or Nora, and she just wants to go somewhere normal and not have to worry about anything ever again. And I play Nora, and my name's LadyDevann on all the things like Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and all that fun stuff. And I think she's just kind of like, her brain is just like spent at this point, because she's gone through so much shit. So many of her friends have died, and apparently she's been in this dreamlands for 2 years, and her world was gone, and she just doesn't really know where her place is and what she should do.
Fair point. Fair point. All right, cool. And where can we find you playing? What are you playing lately, I guess?
Playing Fallout 3 right now on my channel. And you can find me at LadyDevann on Twitch, and I stream every single day except for this day.
Yes, awesome. Cool. And of course, Avi, please.
Hello. I'm playing Josephine, who had to awkwardly I'm gonna say that it was just that poem, like he read it out loud, and suddenly I had like a spell put on me, and I like wanted to start talking about lovers and stuff. Josephine's like a whole thing, like it has nothing really to do with like what everybody else wants to do. She sees her relationship with Floyd as like an ability for her to stay in this world that she thinks is just fine. And then when she finds out that it could be, this whole situation could affect Anna, like that bothers her. And then she thinks about how it's gonna, like, it might affect Laneth, and that bothers her. So she's definitely like, if they need to go, you know, deal with like that sort of thing in order to protect everyone else, then in order to protect the things that she values as dear, she'll definitely go do it. She'll probably help with getting Nora home. Anything to make her look good so that Floyd will work with her in the future is like is a plus for her.
True.
I'm more excited on a personal level to see how the story, on a personal level to see how the story progresses and finishes, because I absolutely adore my previous character, Evelyn, and I think a lot of this is connected to her.
Yeah.
And her story. So I'm very interested on that end. So I think that's kind of overall like where I'm at. I'm LadyAvianna. You can find me anywhere online. Right now I'm playing Vampire, and then when I'm not playing Vampire on my stream, I'm working on cosplay or just hanging out with people on stream. I just had a hangout stream the other night. We IRL'd and talked about like fixing bots and just very, very meta streamy stuff. So that's what I did.
Nice. Awesome.
But I have some costumes coming up, so if you follow me on social media, I'm sure you'll see them all.
Nice.
Funny.
These cosplays on point.
It's funny because I feel like if none of our characters had died, we'd be in a much more explicatory situation than we are now. But we'd be unable to actually listen to the people who would have arrived. It's this weird kind of like, we'd know much more, and we'd be much more like, and so you can't get us back, so what the fuck is good of you? But then like the degree of hate that we'd have for this group would be so high that like any rational conversation would have gone right out the window.
True.
For at the very least mine and Sarge's characters.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's any chance we'd have had any interest in listening to what they had to say, other than where's the gateway? Right, fuck you guys, we're going to leave. No, I don't care if she's alive. I don't care about Yidra. I hope she kills you too. Where's this gateway?
Mm-hmm. True.
Sort of thing. It's this weird kind of like, we'd be in a much more sort of, oh yeah. And then the full arcing of the story, but at the same time, we just punch them and leave. It would be impossible for us to be, oh, totally, yeah, we'll listen to everything you have to say and we're very interested in your point.
Yeah. I find that, it's probably true. Yeah. I don't see Sarge or Simon wanting to have any conversation at all. So.
Someone's saying smart shit at me and I don't understand what the hell's going on, so I'm going to punch him.
You fucking
Sounds
cunt.
like Sarge.
What? You set us up in what way? So this is all part of your plan, is it? We're just fucking puppets, and so on and so forth.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm Metamancer. This is my channel. This is the story that I've been writing for a while, yeah. So, pretty much, TLDR. We do tabletop roleplay on my channel all the time. Pretty much, I don't even know how many shows. I'm on a Tuesday show for Myth Dawn, but we're in between like systems right now, so we're kind of playing Polaris as a in-between test of things, and that's on Tuesday nights. On Wednesday I'm offline, but then on Thursday I do 2 shows. I run a City of Mist campaign on the Encounter Roleplays channel, and then I'm in a City of Mist campaign Thursday nights on Not So Speedruns channel. And then on Fridays, obviously Dark Heresy. Saturdays depends really, but I usually take Saturdays off, and then Sundays we're here. So yeah, lots of tabletop roleplay stuff. I also do Conan Exiles RP if you guys are interested in gameplay where I'm a little bit more able to interact with chat. That's a good time, and those are just random streams, so just follow me on here and on Twitter for the updates there. Other than that, thank you guys for the subs and the resubs and the donations today and the bits and everything. Super awesome. Lots of fun. Adds a little bit of flavor when we have the fate rolls, which is really intriguing, especially with the character moments that are in there with seduction and, all that random shit. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we'll be back next week. And if we can't for whatever reason make it next week, because we're going to be, me and Loke are traveling back depending on the timing, then obviously we'll wrap up the week after if we have to, or whatever. We'll figure it out. But thank you guys again. Have a wonderful evening, and we will talk to you next time. Bye.